the Chevron McDonough Field here on the campus of Memorial High School for tonight's matchup between the Memorial Crusaders and the Dover Green Wave. My name is Kyle Heavey with Manchester Public Television. Along with me tonight from Memorial High School itself, Mr. Andrew Arnold. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you for having me here once again. This is Memorial's home opener.
Yeah, only their second game of the year. So their first game was away, and there was a tough defeat there, Andrew.
Yeah, 41-13 to the hands of the Timberlane Owls at their home stadium. And they had their bye week in the second week, something that I believe is new this year, is a bye week. Usually bye weeks are just in professional football, but they decided to add it to high school this year, and they had theirs last week, which came at kind of a good time. You know, early bye weeks are tough, but after a pretty bad loss, I'd say, they had 2 weeks to rebound, and they are ready to take on this strong, big Green Wave team. As fans are flooded here for Neon Night is the theme of this game, and they are flooded here in the front, and Memorial is ready to take on this 2-0 Dover team.
Yeah.
Beat Winnicott 14-0, and then beat Sanford 37-21.
Yeah, so this team is looking very good so far, and they haven't had a bye, so this could be an interesting time as the captains all head towards the middle of the field here. And right there you see the photographer from WMUR, John Arnold, out there getting the great shots from the center of the field. So we got a couple captains, only 2 for Memorial here, Andrew. Kind of an interesting spot to see.
Yeah, those would be Adam Jacques and Eric Seymour. And for Dover, I don't see Max Prue out there, who was listed as a captain. There's 4 out there. It's Brady McGinnis, Brent Davis, Jackson Carroll, and Josh Stanley. As Memorial decided to go with only 2 this year. An interesting decision, in my opinion, but 2 pretty good offensive and defensive players out there, Adam Jacques and Eric Seymour.
And Adam Jacques right here, number 79, you see on the screen.
Senior,
yeah.
Big guy.
Going to be an integral part of whatever game plan that Coach Rob Sturgis has in store for us tonight.
Him, Josh Johannet, Mene Adumene, Patrick Vachon, and Jack Paradise are the front 5 protecting the Memorial quarterback, Connor McFarland.
Dover will receive the kickoff, defend the north goal. Memorial will kick off.
Receiving the ball, but that doesn't mean anything. So defense will come onto the field first, and we'll have the opening kickoff in just a few moments after the national anthem is played. But both squads right there. You got the Green Wave looking like a tsunami over there, or not a tsunami, but a hurricane. And now you see the Crusaders all jumping up around. So Crusaders, this is going to be an easy squad right here to cover this team, as we got Memorial in their all red jerseys and blue helmets. And then you got, on the other side, Dover, all white with the green helmets. So,
yeah, real easy to tell.
A lot of Christmas out here tonight. A lot of Christmas. Not really getting too soon to think about that, but either way, here we are. But here we are with the national anthem. By the Memorial Crusader band right there with the national anthem, and we are ready for some football here. Friday night football on this September 16th, 2022. And we're hoping to see Memorial get their first victory of the year. And as you're saying, Andrew, it's obviously going to be a tough spot to be in, as the defense will come. Well, the kickoff team will come off, but then hopefully something can happen here. We can get the ball first, but we'll see what happens after this kickoff.
Yeah, if they do win this game, it's not going to come
Back on
easy.
the
It's a
return to the
strong,
Green
big
Wave.
Green Wave team, and Memorial is missing a vital member of their team tonight. Is Dan Bettencourt, the starting wide receiver and defensive back, got his wisdom teeth pulled today, was not at school, and is out for this game. I'm not sure if he's down there or not. Mouth definitely not feeling the best right now, but maybe he's watching on TV. But he is a big loss tonight, and I believe Ethan Vilgrain is the one in his spot. This is Brady Harrison here from Memorial about to kick off.
And now away we go. Kind of a short kick, lands about the 20, misses the first tackle, misses the second. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down for only a 5-yard gain.
It's AJ Sebastian who brought him down there. Brand new to football this year. He's played soccer since he started walking pretty much, but decided to make the switch to football. A fast, strong kid. He's worked on his hands a little bit. Now he's here playing for the Crusaders football team instead of soccer.
Interesting, as the soccer team is looking so strong this
they
year.
are.
That
they really are.
a big win the other night versus Goffstown. Manchester Public Television was able to cover, as Green Wave will start in a shotgun formation. Get the ball and a quick handoff to the near side. Breaks him out, gets a first down and more. At least a 32-yard gain right there by number 25. And boy, Green Wave looks very strong right there, starting us off with Brady McGinnis.
Yeah, the front seven got burnt there, and it was Raymond Darlene who ran all the way across the field to make that tackle for Memorial. Even he's participating in Neon Night, as are we, with the neon sleeves under his number 18 red jersey.
There we go. We'll try to point out some neon as we go, but
yeah,
now another first
all
and 10.
down in the front.
And another, quarterback's going to keep it this time, trying to get to the outside. He gets past the defensive back and will get the first down. So quite a run right there by quarterback Ryder Aubin.
Yeah, Aline and Seymour ran into each other right there.
Coach sure just going to not be happy to see that.
Raymond took down the wrong guy right there. He took down his own teammate, starting running back Eric Seymour. I believe that's a 30. These jerseys are a little tough to tell with the 8s and the 0s, but that looked like it was Eric.
Yeah, that's certainly, I've noticed that before in the past. That
Eric or Lucas, one of the two. Lucas Brown, freshman, starting on varsity here this first few weeks at Memorial.
Well, first and 10 from the 32, and this will be a handoff to the outside, wrapped up and brought down. So make for a second down, the first one of the game, but another Brady McGinnis run right there.
Yeah, McGinnis couldn't get anywhere. He kind of ran himself into a four-man trap over on the right side, Dover bench side of this beautiful turf here in Manchester.
Yeah, I gotta say,
love the way they did this.
This turf is, I think, roughly about this is their second year they've been on it.
Yeah, it was done last summer.
And it's definitely been nice that all the Manchester schools have had new turf within the past 5 years. West being the oldest at this point. A little and fumble going to be picked up. Oh, look at this, Andrew, your boy
Raymond Darlene
still in bounds. Does a spin and is still on his feet, spinning around.
Relentless.
And now he's finally held up, and we got a first and 10. A big turnover by the Green Wave, and the Crusaders are all pumped up right now.
Crowd is fired up too here at Shabbat McDonough. It's exactly what they needed. Dover started off with a huge, strong drive, that 32-yard run, and then another one to McGinnis, but that was huge. He never should have gotten rid of that ball on the option play. It was a backwards pass and a fumble picked up by Raymond Aline, who just refused to go down. He got at least an extra 12 yards just by staying up. Almost stepped out over here at the 30, but they're going to spot it at the 23, it looks like, in a huge stop for Memorial, as they're in prime position right now.
Well, let's see what they can do on first and 10. Quarterback in the pocket, and he's going to hand it off, and the Green Wave are going to have blocked all the holes on that and just wrap them up for a loss.
Easy stop for the Green Wave there. You know, Memorial's on a high right now. They just got that huge stop. That first play really wasn't going to be their best, but I'm certain Coach Rob Sturgis has something drawn up. And if not him, then Manchester's very own, Memorial's very own, actually, biology teacher, Jordan D'Onofrio, also the athletic director.
Well, Connor McFarland, what can you tell about him? Obviously, he's a junior at your school.
Yeah, he's a little small for size for a quarterback, but, you know, think of him as Kyler Murray. Fast kid with a great arm, but just a little tough with the size.
Well, he's already going to be scrambling around, has to get rid of the ball, and misses his target. So an incomplete pass, and if he wasn't scrambling so much, it probably could have gone, possibly completion to Jean-Claude Wenchel.
Yeah, that was a good pass. Wenchel slipped right about the 119-ish, and Connor just got pressured from the outside, both sides. He just got pressured. Looked like the left and right tackle missed their blocks, but the inside of the line held them up, and that's what's going to win Memorial this game, is if their line holds up. You know, Josh Jahanet, it looks like he's on tackle right now. Adam Jocks on the other side, two of the biggest kids I might have ever met. And they really need to hold their own here.
Well, a 3rd and long and a handoff going to get to the outside. He's going to fumble it himself, and now the Green Wave look like they have the ball. Let's see what the referee says.
No signal
yet. Yeah, I've not seen a signal at all.
They're celebrating, though.
Well, it's looking
Green
like
Wave
it's going to be 1st and 10 again for the Green Wave. A wild first few minutes here of this game. Both teams with a fumble.
That was Chase Burris on the fumble there, who had 2 touchdowns against Timberlane last week in their loss. Just tried to get those extra yards, but just couldn't, and ended up fumbling. But the Green Wave are in tough position here.
Back down at the 17-yard line, so the Green Wave have to go 83 yards to get to the end zone. They had a good opening drive, but again, a fumble. Handoff, trying to get to the outside. He's going to get round and get a first down, still in bounds, and he finally brought out for a good 20-yard gain right there.
Dover's got a strong run game. That's what I'm noticing early.
That was to number 8, Jacob Bernier, who's got some speed as a wide receiver for sure.
Yeah, that was on that jet sweep that I told you about last week. The fake handoff and then handoff to a receiver cutting in the backfield as the band starts to play, and I can hardly hear myself.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting. We have not been used to the band being right below us.
Yeah,
and
they're right to the right of us here.
There we go, wrapped up and brought down for a loss. So now a 2nd and looks like 11 here, Andrew.
Yeah, I think it looks like they lost a yard or 2 there. 2nd
2
and
yards,
12,
all right.
yeah. Good stop for Memorial, but second and 12, they got to hold their own here. It's more than likely going to be a pass play, I would think, on 2nd down.
And we'll see what happens. The run game has been strong, and it is another run, Andrew. Try to get right through the middle, but the defensive line of Memorial looking up to the task right there. We got a Patrick Vachon, a Adam Jacques, as we said, Adu
Mene, and Josh Jahanet. My guys, we'll call them. They're the biggest guys on this team, and they struggled there in the first part, but they're holding their own now. As it's now 3rd and 10, they gained those 2 yards back, so still 3rd and 10 here for Dover.
Now expecting a pass play for sure here, Andrew. And he's going to scramble to the outside, gets it off, and an incompletion. So Dover has gotten 3 first downs, but still a scoreless game, and they will send out the punt team.
He threw that ball when Samuel Grube was still turned around. He turned around and it was at his feet, so we really couldn't do much about that, but a good stop after an ugly fumble there from Memorial. And this has been an interesting start to this game. Fumble, big return, 2 plays, another fumble, and then a big stop for the Memorial defense, and Dover will punt.
Yeah, Jackson Carroll, who is listed as a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive back, will be doing the kicking here for the Green Wave. But obviously he's got some speed, so we'll see if this is a trickery. No, he gets the ball, and away it goes. A good little kick here. It's going to land at the 20, at the 30, and goes out of bounds. So
spotted at the 29.
And hey, the second time for Memorial to get this ball, and obviously not a good way to start with a fumble, but you know, you learn from your lessons, so we'll see what they can do here. But obviously you would rather have the field position than they had before at the 24-yard line.
You know what? Fumble means nothing now, though. They didn't really get anywhere. Nobody got hurt. They got the ball back. Doesn't mean much now. They learned from that mistake. Burris should have just went down. He tried to go through a wall and just got that ball popped right out of his arm. But Memorial's back in business on offense for the second time.
Referee Bert Waller some credit there. He's doing a great job so far early in this game. Is still 8:04 remaining in this first quarter, but 1st and 10 for Memorial. Oh, he's got to find a hole. It's still on his feet, and he's brought down. So
Dover
a
defensive
4-yard
line.
loss.
Wow, that Dover defensive line rushed him again. That's going to be a big part of this game, is this defensive line for the Green Wave, as well as the offensive line for the Crusaders.
Well, you can see the size of them. They are looking very stout.
Yeah, they've got a big bench over there.
I'm just looking at the players in the field. Yeah, but their bench is pretty large.
Might be the biggest one we've seen yet.
Well, we've seen all squads, you know, so far between Central, West, and now here we are at Memorial. A handoff here, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. So the Green Wave just making the Crusaders go backwards so far. It looks like tackled there by number 50 for Dover, and that's Miles Parham, as I'm seeing.
Oof. He's going to go for 3rd and 17 here.
And
Memorial.
Coach Sturgis does not like what he's been seeing so far.
It's a smart decision.
Try to figure this out. Now, we were talking before this this game here, Andrew. It seems like you're familiar with all the coaches here. I know the assistant coach, Danny Bryson, who is the men's basketball coach. Now he's transferred over to basketball, or to football.
He was looking for something else to do in the fall, and, you know, offered him position as the football coach. But, yeah, as I said, Jordan D'Onofrio is the athletic director for Memorial, as well as a biology teacher. Kevin Haifman is the father of former Memorial quarterback and defensive back Braden Haifman, who is at Endicott College right now. Dave Gocklin is a history teacher here at Memorial. Brad Haynes is a gym teacher, so we got a lot of teachers on this roster. So coaches don't have to worry about not knowing about grades, because they've got 3 teachers who can check with absolutely no problem. And then Eric Seymour is the Memorial running back, Eric Seymour's dad. And I feel like Coach Sturgis might have drawn up a pass play or an option play. Try to get the Dover defense to bite.
Well, here we go with a 3rd and 17 from the 22-yard line. And boy, just look at how fast that defensive line is. A little quick out. Oh, he slips and falls, and he will not get the first down. He'll barely get back to the line of scrimmage, but a great play and tough spot to be in right there to try to get that first down, being 3rd and 17.
Yeah, it's been tough for McFarland. He's been basically catching the snap and leaving the pocket instantly, because he's been getting rushed by the Dover front 7. The defensive line looks great for Memorial so far, but offensive line's been having a little bit of struggles, and looks like Alleen's going to punt it away for Memorial, as he was one of the people, along with Brady Harrison, out there real early when I got here competing for the punting job.
High snap, carried, and a tough kick right there. Poison is being called, and the Green Wave will get the ball deep into Memorial's territory at the 37-yard line. So not a good punt at all, as much as we were rooting for him after that punt, fumble recovery and return. But definitely Raymond's got to work on his kicking a little bit more.
Yeah, that punt had some weird spin on it. It looked like it was just flaring in the air.
Oh, I think with the high snap, you obviously get a rushing at that point to try to make it. So something
you're just trying to get it away and not blocked.
the long snapper has got to work on here, as now the Green Wave, 6:54 remaining in this first quarter, gets the ball for the third time, but with great field position this time. A little handoff right there, it gets to the outside, going to be wrapped up and brought down close to a first down. It would be second down, but a good 8-yard gain there.
They are going to say, yeah, he didn't get it. He looked a couple yards short from my view, but it's tough with the bench right there. But that was Jose Soto in on the tackle.
Not Juan.
No.
Not Juan.
That would be cool, though.
That would absolutely be great to see some Juan Soto here. But, yeah.
Long sport, and he's probably in San Diego or wherever else on the road right now. His Padres are competing for a playoff spot still.
Well, his brother Felix was a very big baseball player, and here we are with Dover, 2nd and 2. The handoff again to the outside, same exact play it seems like, and now we'll get the first down at about the 22-yard line.
That looked like it was Brady McGinnis again. Just an easy run right up the left side for the first down. And
Coach
now
Eric Kumba just doing exactly what works for Dover. If they can avoid another turnover here, they should be able to get in for the touchdown.
based on what I saw in warm-ups, maybe another 5 yards and Dover's in field goal territory. Because their kicker was drilling them from about 35 to 40.
Ryder Aubin, just a junior, doing a good job as a QB. He's going to be scrambling here, looks to pump fake, and he's going to take a hit and be taken out of bounds, but he will gain a couple of yards on that. Looks like about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it was Nate Davis in on the tackle over there. Listed as a tight end as well as a linebacker, but is on linebacker right now. I really haven't seen him on offense quite yet here.
So
yeah, it was a gain of 3.
Quick math, I wasn't very good at it. That's okay.
We established last week that math is my weak spot.
Yeah, we did.
Clearly.
You know, it's a new week. It's all good. Plenty of sleeps, and now Aubin got to hand it off. Oh, look at the speed on this. Tries to get around. He slips and falls, and there will be a 1st and goal for the Green Wave.
That definitely could have been a touchdown, but he slipped at, it looked like the 7 or 8 yard line to go out, but it's 1st and goal.
That's all that matters
way.
is Brady McGinnis. I think that was him again on that handoff. Either way, some good speed, and now Green Wave looking like they're going to rush into the end zone to make it.
Be a run to McGinnis, or I'd say quarterback Ryder Aubin will take it in himself. One of the two.
Wide receivers to the near side, and another handoff to McGinnis, who is going to just walk in.
Nope. It's way over.
Oh, I was
right
on the
side.
wrong side.
I got faked out too.
Boy, I got minutes stopped. I gotta say that. Boy, that was a great. So used to the same exact play over and over that I certainly got myself
I saw him
tricked on that.
stop, and he put his arms out and didn't have the ball, and I saw that it was way over on the other side, and looked like that might have been the quarterback that kept that himself.
Wow. All right. Well, here, a 2nd goal. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, that got me too. Watched him walk into the end zone after we said, where the ball? Oh, it's way,
so nonchalant
way over there.
too. And now,
just
see what we got.
realizing it's
Gonna be brought down
big
for a
stop.
loss. So the play that they should have done before, that would have worked. Instead, it'll be a 3rd and goal.
That was Patrick Vachon in on that stop. Just read that play like a book. As he comes over to the sideline, get some water now. But that was a great stop by the junior lineman, Pat Vachon.
I do appreciate how Coach Sturgis is changing things up and making offensive linemen, defensive linemen switch out, because they are obviously an integral part.
Yeah.
But now a 3rd and 8 for the Green Wave.
Switch one out at a time is usually what he's doing.
And he's got to hold out. He's scrambling, trying to find something. Makes a move. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and wide open. A touchdown for the Green Wave. Easy peasy right there. Got to give credit to Ryder Aubin, who was able to just sneak away from, make a move, and throw that touchdown. So an
Yeah.
8-yard touchdown puts the Green Wave up.
As a real smart play, he knew he was going to get away. The Memorial DBs just bit way too hard, and he found his receiver wide open with tons of time in the back of the end zone. Now Dover has struck first blood and might make it 7-0 here
And
late in
now
the first quarter. Looked like initially that could have been a huge sack, but he legged that out.
the kick is up, and it looks to be good. And now the Green Wave take a 7-0 lead with 3:22 remaining in the first few minutes of this game here, Andrew.
You know, if I'm Coach Rob Sturgis, I'm not mad at that drive. I showed our goal line defense was tough, but that third down play, you can't have everybody chasing him because that means that somebody's open, and Auburn's clearly got a strong arm, and he found his man with nobody within at least 10 yards of him. I mean, there were 4 people out there chasing Auburn, and that's just something that can't happen.
Now, Ben tries to pump up the team right here as we will have a kickoff coming for the Crusaders, who will get the ball.
Forgot where their location is. Really loud. They're right to the right of us.
Yeah, it certainly is unique for sure.
Yeah.
We're dealing with planes flying around. We're dealing with the band.
There's nowhere else they can really go because these are all for the fans, and then the opposing team's fans over there. And it's not like out west where they've got stands up into the sky, you know.
Exactly. Kick caught about the 5-yard line, gets to the 20-yard line, and a 15-yard return, and it'll be 1st and 10.
It's Camden Barrett who brought him down at, looks like the 25. Decent field position here for Memorial, who looks to do something on offense with the ball for the 3rd time here in this first quarter.
All right, so here we go for the Crusaders, trying to see if they can get something rolling here. The band really wants them to roll with it.
Yeah, Connor McFarland's been scrambling all game, and I'd love to see him with time in the pocket because he can air it out really well, but he just hasn't had the time to because he's been on the run as soon as he catches the snap.
And now a run up the middle, gets some couple yards, and is brought down.
Look to be maybe 5.
It's better than what we've been seen
Six,
the past
better.
couple times.
The 6-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 4, and there's a good run by
Eric
the
Seymour.
strong back Seymour, who was out early in the preseason, we'll call it. Did not play in that jamboree against Bedford, I don't believe, and it's good to see him back because he's definitely RB1 on this roster.
Oh, love to see Eric Seymour get another gain here and get 6 yards, and now we have flags fly, and we'll see if it's a false start or neutral zone infraction, and the referee encroachment
on the
so
defense.
first down. Can't go wrong with that.
Love to see those if you're a Memorial fan.
And the clock will continue to run. 2:30 remaining in this opening period. Snare drums are tight right there.
Yeah, that was the very end of the Notre Dame fight song. There's the one that the Memorial Band chooses to play, and I know that because I was actually a part of that for my first 2 years at this school. And eventually started to do this, and now I get to listen to them, which is still weird to me.
Well, McFarland has trouble with the ball, makes a move, is able to get a couple yards there. Really, what would have been a loss, at least got 1 yard after
Yeah.
that fumbled snap.
That was the best possible situation there because that was a low snap. He had to pick it up off the ground, and he's lucky he got a couple yards there because that was the best situation possible because he was not going to throw that ball.
Jordan giving him some credit, or Coach Jordan, there it is. Or Mr. Jordan, I don't know what you call him as a biology teacher, but he was at least giving him some credit for a 2-yard gain. So
a lot of people
2nd
at
and
school
8.
call him Deanoff.
Dean
That's
off.
what we all call him.
And man in motion, he's going to get the ball. Dover able to block it and will be dropped for a loss on that quick
first touch of the game for Ethan Vilgrain, who is the replacement for Dan Bettenker tonight, and he, I feel like, held on to that ball for a little too long before he decided to cut. He tried to go too far to the outside, should have just cut in a little bit earlier, but really no harm, no foul.
It's football vision is tough. You think that you see something and you realize how fast it closed.
Yeah, and they're not watching the game from up here like we are. They're right on the field, so they can't see the angles like we do, so it's a tough game.
Well, now a 3rd and 11, and now it's going to be throw in here. Let's see what Connor can do. He winds up. He throws it downfield.
He's got him.
Oh, incomplete pass, and a very unhappy wide receiver right there, Andrew.
Yeah, it's Wencho John Claude, who is not happy. Has great coverage from the Dover defensive back, but he was mad at himself that he could not reel that one, and that would have been huge. There's a great throw on target by McFarland, but John Claude cannot reel it in.
Well, now John Claude has got to stay out there, as with 32 seconds to go, Memorial will punt the ball again, so Dover will get the ball 4 times in the first quarter. That's and only
7-0.
And high snap again, has to back up and gets a hold of this one. It's a spinning one, gets a good bounce. It's going still in the Crusaders' way, but it will end up at the
29.
That's landed right about the 45, so it took a heck of a bounce.
Generous bounce.
So there's only 19 seconds remaining, and we'll see what Memorial or Salem. I'm listening to all the teams right now. I got all these teams in my brain right now. Dover, the Green Wave, what they can do before switching sides.
Now, it was not Aline who punted that ball away. That was Brady Harrison, I believe, who's the team's listed kicker and punter.
They're switching it all up here.
Yeah.
So now we'll see what Ryder Aubin can do in the shotgun.
Wow, I haven't looked at the stands in a while. It is packed down there.
Aubin is holding on to it, and it will get the first down and finally brought down about the 43-yard line. And that will stop the clock with 12 seconds while the chain gang starts moving.
I'd see probably just one play here for Dover before they have to switch
No, they're going to
sides.
call that out. So not a bad first quarter.
Wow.
Allowing the Green Wave to only score 7 points as switch sides here, as now Dover, who's been going right to left on your screen, will now go left to right.
Oh, here we go. There's your guy filming all the fans on TV.
Oh, there we go. He's got the light on and everything.
All these Memorial students dressed up in neon.
And John Arnold doing a great job trying to get all the fans riled up. This will make it on the WMUR 11 o'clock news tonight for sure. But as you can hear, the band going right behind us.
Now the Crusaders are pumping up the crowd, and they are pumped now, as this has been a great game so far. 7-0 Green Wave after the first 12 minutes. Good defensive plays by Memorial. A little bit tough on offense because McFarland's been scrambling the entire time, but they'll find their way. They're playing really well against a big, strong, tough Dover team.
You see the mascot out there as well. He's down in the gonna call it the Legion Creatures down there.
Oh yeah, the Crusaders right down there, right in the middle of things.
Yeah, he's right down there for sure. So a good amount of fans out there in support of the home opener. You can see all the neon that's going on here. A lot of protective vests. It looks like, I don't know if it's a construction company that lent out the vests or what, but
God, who knows? But Memorial fans and students always show out for these games, and that's great to see. As you saw just earlier, how packed this front part is, all full of Memorial students.
Well, here we go with the Green Wave coming out here. 12 minutes on the board until halftime, and trying to get their second touchdown in the game is 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Handoff going to be wrapped up and brought down for right at the line of scrimmage. Do have a lineman getting up slowly, limberly for the Green Wave, and that's number 67 in Toby DeRojas. who is a sophomore, stays in the game. Pretty young offensive line for the Green Wave. You got Kyle Merrill, only a junior. Toby DeRoches, who we just said is a sophomore. Rylan Pinkham, only a junior. So,
I believe there's only one senior on that line.
And that is Harrison Philgate, number 58. And here we go with they did get 1 yard on the play. And now able to make one player move, and he'll get a 2-yard gain as well. So
2 good stops here on the first 2 plays for the Memorial defense, but third down, wondering if it's going to be a pass play. And this is a tough spot to be in. You don't know if you should go for it or not from here. Punting at the 45 if they got no gain. So it's a tough spot to be in.
Well, listed at 3rd and 8 here, and now Green Wave in trouble. And let's see if this Crusader defensive line can get themselves ready. A push up the middle. Quarterback moves out of the pocket, does a spin move. Gonna be able to get the first down.
What a move.
Oh, that spin moves are working like for each team tonight. Working like crazy.
That was a great move. Mene Adumene was up there in the front chasing him, but he saw a lane. Might not have gone that first down if he just lowered his shoulder and went down, but a great spin move allows him to get that first down.
And into Memorial territory
big
here.
One for Dover.
So, a chance right there to get the ball back for Memorial. Instead, this offensive line, or offensive drive. And now it looks like it's going to be decides to hold on to it. Another spin move and another first down, Andrew. This obviously these QB sneaks are hurting the Crusaders.
Yeah, because they're biting too hard. You know, he fakes the handoff, and that's where they go directly. They just got to stay in their place and hope that they're fast enough to get that running back if he's got the ball, because they bite like that all to the right side, and quarterback Ryder Aubin is just going to take that lane really easily. And another first down for Dover, and another rather easy one.
Yeah, now here we are with a 3rd consecutive from the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. And a QB, fumble right there. Can Memorial get it?
Sideline says they do.
And they do.
They do.
All right, the second fumble recovery for Memorial. And I'm not sure if that was your boy again in number 18 or who exactly that recovered that ball.
He's hyped up running back to the sideline, but I'm not sure who that was, but that ball got popped right out of, it looked like it was McInnes on the carry again, but I could just tell by the way that ball went up in the air that got punched right out from the bottom. And a huge break for the Crusaders, as they were in a tough position to start the second quarter, but they get the ball right back, and again, no harm, no foul.
9:31 remaining, still a 7-0 Green Wave lead. And now we'll see if Connor has been able to figure out anything here. McFarland looking to be lined up. And looks like it was a false start. We'll see
One of the two.
what referee Bert Lawler has to say here. Looking for him on the fields in his white hat.
Yep.
Yeah. So we saw the trouble that they had with their last drive with a 3rd and 17 now.
Yeah.
It's certainly a tough spot to be in with now a 1st and 15.
Better to be 1st and 15 than 3rd and 15, though.
Well, you still got a point, but it's still you're going backwards.
Still a tough penalty to take, especially after a big fumble like that pushes them back to the 25.
Well,
from
McFarland
the 30.
in the gets a quick snap. He's going to get out of bounds, and boy, he was scrambling for his life there right out of the chute.
There's no way he was going to throw that.
His wide receivers didn't even have a chance to get far. Got to give the defensive line has been stout for the Green Wave. I've been very impressed with the speed of some of these players, including Miles Parham.
I think they've been better than the offense for the Green Wave tonight, as they've been stellar so far, pressuring McFarland every time he gets the ball. And there was a rusher who looked like he was about to drill McFarland, but last second he got held off and blocked.
Spencer Ryan Richardson right here. You can see him ready to, yeah, he's getting around. Oh,
Yeah.
and he
Nowhere.
is going to get that half a sack right there. And great combination right there with also number 34 in Liam Gannon.
Yeah, no help on the offensive line whatsoever right there.
Oh, boy.
Pushing back to 3rd and 20.
I got to give credit there. These guys are definitely vicious with their speed. So we'll see what Spencer and Liam, sounds like almost like a law firm right there. Under 9 minutes to go. 3rd and 22 for the Green Wave.
They pushing back 10. I don't know what in the world is going on down there, but
there is a lot of running going on, and well, we're gonna just focus on the game at hand.
3rd and 22. Tough spot for Memorial again.
A handoff there, up the middle, makes some moves. Can he get it? Oh, he's good run right there, up the middle. They were expecting a pass, and instead it went to the running back, and great run right there.
Yeah, it must have been 15 yards at least, and I know what that running meant. That had to have been a fight.
So Chase Burris doing a good job when he gets the ball.
It's 4th and 5 now, and unfortunately Memorial's going to have to punt it away again.
Well, at least they were able to get a first down. At least they were able, we've seen some promise. Oh, high snap again, but a good kick this time. See if it takes a good bounce again. It does. It's going to go to the 25, the 20, down to the 15-yard line. So
great punt again with a lucky bounce.
The bounces have been working stellarly so far, and very happy to see that what could have been a bad loss instead is working out pretty well.
Yeah, that was another little bit of a tough possession for Memorial. Their offensive line has been getting killed by what looks to be a stronger Dover offensive line, as they are reading everything the offensive line is trying to do, and they are getting to the quarterback. Only have 1 or 2 sacks right now. There's a big 10-yard sack on that last drive, but they've had it a little tough so far here, the Memorial offensive line.
Well, Dover, on the other hand, has done a great job with, except for those fumbles. Those have been their only nemesis so far. A little fake snap or fake pitch, and instead a run up the middle and a first down right there by Brett Davis. That was a good trickery right there. Thinking the pitch out. Instead, it was a handoff, and Brett Davis did a great job making his way all the way up to the 35-yard line,
yeah,
36-yard line.
Another good fake drawn up by one of the Dover coaches. There's about 1 million of them on the roster.
21-yard gain. Yeah, Dave Lopez, Josh Rocher,
Chris Stamoulis, Justin Crowley, Matt Kimball, Gavin Schoon, Sean McInnes, Anthony Gahart, and Derek Delvecino.
Man in motion, got to get the ball, going to the outside, and he's brought down, kind of out of bounds at about the 50-yard line, and Jacob Bernier did a good job on that.
And do you hear what I hear? Star Wars being played over there.
There's just a lot going on here.
Yeah.
I hear it now for sure.
Dover back to the huddle offense. I mean, why not? You're in a good spot. Clock stopped. Why not go from the huddle? You got 2 first downs on 2 plays here to start this drive.
And really, they've done a good job of gaining 34 yards, excuse me, on 2 plays. It looks like it's going to make a pass play. Looking, and quickly tackled, but
flag. There's a flag over there by the 50.
Oh, let's see. Oh, another flag just thrown. I think that's a personal foul right there. And now there's going to be a lot. It's looking like my bedroom. A lot of laundry out there.
Yeah. Interesting to see what this call is. Waiting for the referees.
Well, they're probably going to be offsetting, so we'll probably be back to a 1st and 10. We'll see. That's my guess anyway.
There's 2 down.
I thought it was going to be a holding and then a personal foul. And we'll see what Mr. Lawler has to say here. at least with his gestures. Make its way. First one was against the Green Wave.
There's that personal foul you were talking about on Memorial.
And it looks like the personal foul is going to outdo that. That's a maybe the no. Waiting to see what exactly.
I don't think even the PA announcer knows what the personal foul was because he really didn't give any.
Yeah, the timeout being called on the field, they got to figure out where this ball should be placed.
Yeah, he just did that personal foul. He didn't really say like what it was.
Oh, they're going to check the measurement here for the first down.
Okay.
So interesting to see.
No. Oh no, he did get it. From my angle, it looks like it's across.
It's short.
No, it is short.
Wow. Well, either way, it's going to be a second and short here.
It's a good thing I'm not reffing this game because from
Yeah,
my angle, it looked like he got it, but they've obviously got a little better angle than we do. Okay. Still no explanation on the personal foul, but it was an ineligible man downfield for the Green Wave.
I think there was just some extracurricular activities after that play. That's why I knew what the foul was as soon as I saw it. But here we are with a 2nd and 1. Green Wave, shotgun. Quarterback again going to take it. We'll see if he loses the ball. He runs into a big red wall and is being pushed back, but it will be enough for a first down at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and 1, easy first down for Dover, and the chain gang's on the move again.
You know, Ryder Aubin could be something special here going into next year with his skills. We've seen it for Bishop Girton. They're looking very good with their wide receiver, or excuse me, speed of their quarterback. And let's see what Ryder can do going into his senior year. Well, now another 1st and 10 in the shotgun. And see if he pitches it. He does this time, and there's no one stopping him until finally he's hit for at least a 5-yard gain to Brady McGinnis.
Short on the first down, but from my angle here,
8-yard gain,
was somebody blocking Brady McGinnis, so it looked like from my angle he threw it to a ghost because there's a Memorial player blocking McGinnis, and I thought to myself, did he just throw it to a ghost? But then Brady turned on the jets and got those 8 yards.
Now there's another 2nd down here and short for the Green Wave. And another quarterback man in motion here. And McGinnis does not get the ball. Ryder goes up the middle. Another flag, and he is going to be brought down. A saving tackle right there. But as you saw,
flag in the backfield.
And now we'll see what Lawler has to say.
It's not going to be false start. They would have stopped the play.
Well, illegal shift will hurt you for sure. As thankfully, that if that was a touchdown, it would have been brought back.
Wondering what they're going to call this.
It was an illegal shift.
Okay. So you were right with that, the illegal shift. And that's a big break for Memorial because that would have been a huge gain almost inside the 10. But Memorial lucks out and gets a penalty.
So it brings it to a 2nd and 7. So a 5-yard loss is huge. And we'll see now if this Crusader defense can figure things out and stop them or make it a long 3rd down.
Definitely in the position to do so.
McGinnis backs up a few yards. Now another man in motion. And, wow, looking to go the other way. Able to catch it, gets a blocker, makes a move, and he's brought down, and it will be a first down for the Green Wave, something we have been saying a few times here, Andrew.
Yeah, once again, that defense bit a little too hard and just left. Looked like that was Samuel Grube, wide open.
Jacob Bernier obviously has some speed for the Green Wave as he keeps being the man in motion as the junior, obviously, well, I mean, between him and Ryder, they're going to have an interesting senior year if they stay together next year.
Yeah, he's probably the one distracting the Memorial defense because they keep thinking that it's going to go right to him because he's the man in motion, but Auburn's just finding the open man almost every single time.
And again, Bernier in motion, and Ryder is going to keep the ball again, trying to get to the outside, is able to make a man miss at the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for the Green Wave. A QB draw, and Ryder Aubin able to make it a 13-0 game.
There was somebody that could have stopped him, but Brett Davis had a vicious block, just basically held him around his stomach. The Memorial defender, he had no shot to get around that block to block Aubin for the touchdown. A great run there, 22-yard run for the Green Wave, and they're up 13-0 all of a sudden late in this second quarter.
Well, the hopes are high that Memorial can, with 4 minutes and 12 seconds, can make a long drive and make it a one-score game, and they do get the ball first in the second half.
Can definitely make something happen with that much time left.
And now the kick is up and through clearly, and a very good kick right there from
Probably
the Green Wave.
Backed it up 15 yards and it still would have gone.
Easily could have been backed up for quite a bit, and that's none other than Tucker Johnson, the kicker punter, who's also a junior. So this Green Wave squad, look out next year. They are looking like they could be something special for the state of New Hampshire.
They definitely could. They're having a good season this year too. Don't sleep on them. They're at 2-0 to start this season, and they could have a really strong season this year, pave the path for next year.
Yeah, we'll see. As it's very interesting to see how they've split things up. As Memorial in the Division I East squad, along with Dover, Exeter, Portsmouth, Oyster River, who they face next week. Spalding, who is surprisingly really good so far. 36-13 first week 1 victory, and a 30-6 versus Edward Little, a school out of Maine last week. And Timberlane and Winnicott also round out the Division I
Spalding
East.
beat in the first week?
As the kickoff takes a good bounce for the Green Wave, taken about the 8, tries to find a hole up the middle, is brought down at about the 32-yard line.
There's the laundry, the yellow laundry thrown onto the field.
Well, looks like coaches are going to lose their minds if their players are just get too physical after the play is over.
Yeah.
And now we have a holding call, though, on the Crusaders, so that'll back it up.
What I figured.
Another 10 yards.
Who did Spalding beat in the first week?
Spalding beat Alvern.
Okay.
The Broncos.
And then you said Edward Little is the other one they beat?
Well, Edward Little is a school out of Maine, so yes, I think it's Biddeford, Maine.
Okay.
So
yeah, Dover played a school from Maine too. You said Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford. Basically, it's a border rivalry right there.
Yeah.
You know, just because we're here in Manchester, you got to remember that there's also some kids that know each other from across the borders, and some of these, you know, I know that Plastow has a big one with Lawrence. And ooh, nice little missing move.
There he goes.
And look at this, able to make something happen. And just like I thought, a long run right here. It's looking like an 83-yard touchdown. And listen to this crowd.
This place just went crazy.
What a great run. A good move. I thought he was dead on arrival, and now he is in for a touchdown, and he's celebrating so much he's on the ground.
That right there was the legs of sophomore Chase Burris, who is hyping this Memorial crowd up after that 83-yard run. He had both touchdowns in their loss against Timberlane, and now he can tack a third one on an 83-yard run, and a great drive for Memorial after a tough holding penalty. Chase Burris bails him right out. Huge play for Memorial. And now this place is alive.
Let's see if they can line up and get this extra point to make it a 7-point Green Wave lead. The high snap, kick is up. There's flag on the play, though, before, I'm guessing it's a false start. Yeah, this is a false start. Oh, tough break right there. So finally we can hear ourselves a little bit better. AJ
Yeah.
Sebastian doing a good job for the kicking. He'll have to do it again from 5 yards out, but that it would have been good for him at least 20 more yards from the way that went through. But
Yeah, that was a direct hit, and that definitely would have been good from way farther out.
see if Aiden Gooden can, I'm not sure if he was the culprit or not. He's on the outside. High
boy.
snap, he's gonna take it. He's gonna run up the middle, fakes the, can he get
he's
in?
got it.
Oh, he
No.
does not. He gets crushed
Yeah.
at about the 2-yard line, and the 2-point conversion, which was not intended. It was certainly supposed to be a kick, and instead Dover,
High snap.
high snap hurt for sure.
But
It's-
you know who was kicking? The former soccer player, AJ Sebastian. He's got a good leg. There's no doubt about that. And he just
And-
couldn't get that one because that was way too high of a snap. But
We got to worry about a concussion or something here.
Oh,
He took
no.
a big hit, and he's getting help to the sidelines. The trainer is right there, and boy, this could be a tough loss as you'll have to go for 2 for the rest of the day. And that is number 15,
that's Connor.
Connor
That's McFarland.
which is not a good sign. This is
No.
he's walking away.
The
He's-
only other listed quarterback on this roster is freshman Gio Doria, who could really flip this game around if he has to go in. Because putting a new quarterback in, especially a freshman mid-game, not something that you can just adjust to if you're the Memorial offense. But McFarland is doing a test over here. He's shaking his head like he's fine.
Eric Seymour out there as well. We got to get back to the play at hand here. We'll pay attention for sure right below us to see what Connor can do to get back into this game. And the kickoff is, it's off. Takes a decent bounce, and now running at the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Again, we got,
Whoa.
let's see, no flags thrown just yet, but again, another good run. And again, Jacob Bernier, the man for the Green Wave, who's
Nice.
making things happen.
Definitely got some speed to him. Because he's been their man in motion sometimes and their return man. He's definitely got some speed and got them decent field position off the.
Well, they're giving him
Kickoff.
his helmet back, so a great sign right there.
That is what you love to see. No
And
matter who you're cheering for, never want to see anybody get hurt, especially a concussion.
glad to see
But
that
great.
Connor will be able to come back. And now a 1st and 10, 3:45 remaining after a 83-yard touchdown and a handoff to the outside. And look at this kid. He's just able to make people miss left and right.
That was Bernier, I believe, again.
Yeah, it was. That's why it's certainly impressive to see. He's got long strides, which makes it very difficult to catch up with. As someone that runs similar to that, it's you can quickly make people miss with long strides. But now another 1st down as they are now up to the 47-yard line. Green Wave still in their own area of the field. Man in motion here,
Defense champ from the crowd.
and gets around and gets across the 50. And it will be a 2nd down. Brett Davis doing the carry there.
There were 2 different groups of people rolling there. There's the guy who had the ball, and a couple of linemen were tussled over there, almost knocked the chain gang over.
Yeah, they certainly had things ready for sure. As Brett Davis and Bernier, the wide receivers, doing a good job of getting the handoffs as well.
Now behind the bench, that is Gio Doria throwing, just to keep his arm warm, just in case McFarland goes into the game and doesn't look like himself. Always want to have that second arm ready.
And now here we go with a 2nd and 6, a throw, and
No.
looks like it hit the ground. Let's see what the officials spot it at. Yeah, it's incomplete.
Nope, hit the ground.
So a couple incompletions here from Ryder Aubin, but
Still a good throw, just little bit low.
on the run, it's sometimes tough.
Yeah,
I'll give them credit on that.
on the run is really tough. Might be the hardest thing to do as a quarterback.
Well, 3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line of the Crusader side of the field. And we've seen this before. Can Memorial stop them? A quick pass, able to get across the first down marker. And again, McGinnis able to get that first down. And the Green Wave are looking to make it possibly a 21-6 lead here.
That's a big first down there for Memorial. Yeah, you hear that too.
Keep talking.
That was, I believe it was Jacob Bernier again, but another great throw from Ryder Aubin. He's on the move again. He's got his man, and he's got room in a lot of it. He goes out at about the 16, and that was Jacob Bernier again with a... It's a big catch and run there for Bernier and puts Dover in a great spot to make their lead a little bit bigger.
And the big thing about that was he was able to stop the clock with getting out of bounds.
Yeah, that's...
And a 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Looks like
a huge play for Dover. And again, with the clock stopped, why not go from the huddle?
Can't go wrong with it, for sure.
Drop a specific play, and
Coach Sturgis trying to yell at his defense to get something going. Looks like a throw from Aubin.
No,
just
incomplete.
Barely misses Bernier, who would have been able to get in for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's been having a great game so far. That throw was a little bit in front of him and couldn't reel it in 2nd and 10 for Dover. Good play, though. Had his man open across the field, but just a little throw a little bit long.
See, Coach Sturgis not really able to pass the 25-yard line, so he's got to yell a lot from his
one spot,
yeah, his spot to tell his defense what to expect.
I'm sure he wishes he could run right onto the field and talk directly to his players, but you know that's not allowed.
No, that'd be illegal. So a 2nd and 10 from the 17. Bernier in motion, and a fumble again. Can Memorial able to wrap it?
Have it?
They do.
Wow. 3rd time tonight for Memorial. They recover a fumble, but somebody's hurt. Looks like it was the recovery man. I can't tell a number from here.
An unbelievable game from Dover, but 3 fumbles.
And that was Martin Alessandro on the recovery there. He joins Raymond Aline and somebody else. We couldn't tell who got the second one.
Yeah, we couldn't tell the second one
because it was in a pile, but
either way, and
3rd
now
fumble from Memorial.
2:12 to go.
And that's McFarland in at quarterback, so great sight to see that he's doing just fine. Probably just precautionary, you know, make him go through the tests.
1st and 10 from the 12. We'll see if Burris can make, able to make a man miss, make 2, and throw. Hits his
what a
man.
catch!
And a big gain right there.
Martin Alessandro.
37-yard
wow.
gain.
Alessandro just recovered that fumble and reeled that ball in with one hand. I thought for sure that was going to be an incomplete pass, but Alessandro reels it in. And a big gain for Memorial. Great field position with 2 to go here in the first half. Wow. Great throw by McFarland, too, getting out of trouble, making men miss, stopping and finding his man. What a great play all around.
Well, here we go again at 1st and 10, now in the Green Wave territory. A quick handoff. He's going to make some men move and miss, and now brought down at about the 41-yard line. And they're going to switch things off here as now number 30 will come onto the field in Eric Seymour as your running back.
Second for a minute and 35 to go with 2 timeouts left for Memorial. You think if they don't get the first down here, they would use one, I feel like.
Yeah, well, let's see. 90 seconds remaining in the half. Man in motion. Fumble right there, but I think McFarland was able to get on it quickly. So a loss of down, basically, on that. As
here's the timeout.
Well, now it's a tough spot to be in with $1:21 remaining. You are in the Dover territory, but you got a 3rd and 5. Looks like it. I think they would have lost one. No, it's going to be listed as 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it looks like that just didn't get past the line of scrimmage, and McFarland was able to jump right on it. Smart timeout there taken by Coach Sturgis, as Memorial is in good position. Not a ton of time left, but they do things right. They could walk into the halftime locker room tied up.
Well, they still have 41 yards to get to that point, Andrew, and well, they really got to worry about this this play here on 3rd and 4. You know, you could go for it in 4th down if you wanted to, and not really give much time for the Green Wave. But we've seen the speed of Bernier and Brett Davis. It is certainly special. So,
and they do have all 3 of their timeouts left. It's definitely something to point out for Dover. They have not used a timeout yet this game.
well, the fans getting rowdy here with the Let's Go Memorial chant. And now a quick handoff, but it is read very well by the Green Wave and tackled there by a number 7, which I don't even have a number 7 on the roster
No,
here.
me neither.
So, mysterious man right there, able to do his job and do it well. And now
Dover takes their first timeout.
interesting decision right there with 1:06 to go.
4th and 8 coming up for Memorial.
Do you just pooch kick and put it into, you know, deep into territory? That's kind of what I would see do.
1:06 left.
And
I say chuck it. Make the Dover defense work for it. They've stopped the run both times, all 3 times, excuse me. Make them work for it. Chuck it downfield and make the DBs make a play.
well, we've seen the kicking of one Raymond Aline.
Aline.
Well, it really wasn't the most spectacular kick, but right now you really don't need a spectacular kick. You just got to get them deep into their territory.
Yeah, they're
So
at the 45, which is inside Dover territory.
and now
So you really don't need a big punt. They've had a couple punts that have gone for almost 60, 65 yards due to the bounces, but they are going to punt it.
back there is Matthew Hodgkins, I believe.
The 3rd different punter today for Memorial.
Locking, got to be stout here. Able to get it and get a pretty good kick here. It's going to be 10 to the 5.
And it's inside the 3.
Let's see where they mark it. About the
Oh,
2-yard line.
flag. No, there's a flag. It's going to come back.
Oh boy, yeah, you see it way back here, so we'll see what they mark that as. Referee right there. That took 10 seconds off the clock there. And the penalty will go against Memorial.
Yep.
A lot of seen that on both squads tonight now, illegal shifts. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna go for it. So now that'll make it a 4th and 13, and let's see if they can make this kick again. All the punts have really taken great bounces so
Yeah,
far
they
in
really
tonight's
have.
game.
It's been the big help for Memorial as they've just backed up 5 yards, but that was a good punt. Stings for them because that was a punt inside the 5-yard line.
Another high snap, backed up and kicked, and he's gonna fair catch it, and that took 5 seconds off the clock, so 49.4 remaining.
And they're throwing stuff into the crowd down there. It looks like hats and cups down there. Wow.
Got to keep
that's
the fans
interesting.
excited
Yeah.
here, I suppose.
No, this is a good game though. Great game actually. 14-6. Dover leads with 49.4 to go.
Yeah,
And there goes a pair of pants, shorts, shirt, one of the 3. Well, let's see. Dover, can they go 75 yards in 49 seconds?
Well, we'll
with
see
2
right
timeouts?
here. Oh, and now a penalty called, or a timeout. We'll see what the referee has to say about this.
Timeout.
Looks like a official
Official
timeout here,
timeout.
so apparently some issues with the chain gang possibly.
Maybe not knowing exactly where the line of scrimmage is, I couldn't tell you. I thought for sure that was a timeout taken by either Dover or Memorial. But no, it's an official's timeout.
Well, try it again here, as a second did come off the clock there that they should have probably put back up, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, on the Memorial side, we'll be happy to see that. So, rounding out a long throw up in the air and almost intercepted.
Nearly intercepted.
I think that he probably should have had that.
That was the freshman Lucas Brown who nearly intercepted that. But still, either way, good stop for Memorial because did not want to see him catch that ball. But, you know.
Makes for an incompletion is all that matters.
But definitely could have been a pick for the freshman.
I mean, at this point, you might as well put some of your DBs out deep here.
Yeah. You can see that's Ethan Vilgrain at the 35, joined by Chase Burris, and Lucas is in the one-on-one coverage on the near side, closest to the Memorial bench.
Now, in motion, trying to escape. Oh, he's going to be brought down for a sack right there. Oh, and now a personal foul, though. We'll see what this is. Not sure if this is going to be a horse collar or what this might be.
Looks like that was Jack Paradise there on the sack, and he was hyped up.
Yeah, looks like it would have been a horse collar from the way that he was taken down. And that's a tough break right there for the Crusaders, who were excited about that.
Yeah. Mysterious Man's over at the trainer's table. We don't have his name on our roster, but we hope he's okay. He's getting some kind of medical treatment from the trainer, but that could have been a huge play for Memorial. Tough call to take on that huge sack.
Yeah,
it looked like the right call. He definitely grabbed that shoulder.
Now 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line with 31 seconds to go. All it takes is a couple of personal fouls and they'll get into territory. And you know, we've seen the arm and the speed of their wide receivers. Anything is possible here.
They've really got to be smart here on defense.
Now rolling out. Incomplete pass right there. His arm was in motion. As much as we would like to see a 4th fumble recovery. And make it a 2nd and 10 with 25 seconds to go, Andrew.
Those 2s and 7s are tough. I can't tell if that was Nicholas Young or Jack Paradise who got right up in Ryder Aubin's grill. It was one of the two. We'll give them both credit for it, I guess.
Why not?
Those 2s and 7s are really hard to tell, especially when there's another number next to it.
Oh, either way. Green Wave still trying to get something going here. Ryder Aubin's been trying to do his thing, getting around, but just has not been able to find an open wide receiver. And now a run play to McGinnis, who is going to be wrapped up and only get about a 3-yard gain there.
2nd and 6, they'll call it, as it looks like that'll be it for the first half.
Well, touchdowns for both squads in this first half, but it's been the Green Wave who will take the lead, a 14 to 6 here at halftime.
Got a great game going here at Chapman McDonough Field in Manchester. 14 to 6, as you said, with Dover and Chase Burris on the only touchdown for Memorial.
Very exciting right there to see him run that 83 yards. And we'll hopefully see him do that again, as we will take a 15-minute break here and let halftime commence. But we'll be back for the second half with the Memorial Crusaders getting the ball first.
Yep. Now it's the band's time to shine.
You got to give the band some credit, and we'll let you enjoy that from your home screens. But again, a 14-6 lead from the Green Wave. Kyle Heavey and Andrew Arndt here for Manchester Public Television. We'll be back to see more of this wonderful game after this. Well, the final seconds of halftime come off the board here. And it was a fun halftime, Andrew. That was a great performance by the Memorial Band doing a little Star Wars. So happy to see that, but
yeah, forget
happy
what the
to
other two songs were. One of them was catchy. Forget what it was though. but it's not the last time we'll see them play, so I'll get it for next time.
Yeah, we'll definitely see them. And Neon Night, I got to say, the impressive amount of fans that are here tonight. As you're looking around, you got lots of friends.
Yeah.
And,
I see a ton of my friends down there, and everybody looks like they're dressed in neon. A lot of black, though.
a lot of black. I got to give credit to some of the Central fans. They are here as well.
Yeah, I believe their soccer game just finished against Nashua South.
Yeah, that was a big one over at Gill Stadium as well. So just a crazy nights all around. All the high schools playing.
Yeah, Central doesn't play till tomorrow though for football. They play at Concord.
Oh, okay. So that's I believe a 1 o'clock start up there in the Capitol at Memorial Fields in Concord. So maybe I'll try to head up there and check out that game. But as we're seeing, Coach Sturgis giving his players some intel about what they need coming into the second half is, again, a decently played first half for the Crusaders. Had the ball a few times, only one touchdown on the long run. But what's going to be the most important part to get possibly on the scoreboard again here in the second half, Andrew?
Defense. They got to stop those long runs. They've given up their fair share of them, and that's what's getting Dover into their territories. They're not really passing the ball much tonight. They're just running option plays, quarterback sneaks, and just the regular handoff, and they're killing Memorial in the run game. So they've got to stop that. I think their offense can be fine if they set up a long drive, but I'd say those and then the penalties. Stopping the run and the penalties are the two things Memorial needs to work on in this half, but they were pretty clean last half. Recovered 3 fumbles.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for the Green Wave is ball security. They got to figure out how not to fumble.
4 or 5 in this game. 4 or 5 fumbles in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, one that I remember from Memorial, and that was early in the first. I think that was in the first 3 minutes of the game after they had just recovered the fumble from the Green Wave. So
but
4
Burris
fumbles in the first half. Exactly, Burris made up for it, and now we'll see who's going to take the opening kickoff for the second half.
Memorial receives it.
I forgot about the extra 3 minutes that are on the clock.
Yeah, they need time to run and stretch out and everything like that after sitting in that locker room for the last 15 minutes or so.
A nice cool night though here in Manchester. Very happy to be, well, I guess it's easy to be in the booth where it's nice and warm, but it's 60 degrees and it's perfect football weather.
Yeah, I still definitely feel some cold air coming in here, but
overall, we can handle it. We can handle it for sure. I don't have to put on a winter hat just yet.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what the kicker in Dover has in store for him, Tucker Johnson, who is, again, just a junior as well, so we'll see him as well next year. And away we go for the second half in this Division I East matchup. A bouncing ball handled finally cleanly, able to get a few yards. Let's see if there's any sort of face mask or anything like that. We got an injured Green Wave. He is holding his knee.
That's Jacob Bernier. And no,
oh my goodness, this is a big loss for the Green Wave if he is not able to get up, as he has been an integral part of their offense this whole entire first half and first play of the second half. To see him on the ground, not a good sign at all.
Clock will stop 6 seconds in, and he is not getting up under his own power, and so now the trainer's got to go out there. It looked like he tried to get up under his own power, but just could not, as both teams will meet at their respective sidelines.
Yeah, we'll kind of pan out here or zoom out so you guys can, kind of get an idea that it's, tough, only 6 seconds lost, and now we got a Memorial player that's down and dealing with some cramping or something like that, or maybe just some stretching too. So interesting start to the second half here. Not what we were expecting whatsoever.
No, this injury's longer than expected too. I wonder if this is going to be...
I mean, this is going to see a lot of Brett Davis possibly. Now he's up on his feet, and he is limping gingerly. Looks like, I mean, I thought it was a knee, but
Yeah, that was my initial thought too.
could be a meniscus, could be a bunch of different things. But the
ACL, one of
the
one
trainer
of
will
many
do
things.
her job on the other side as the Dover Green Wave defense. Again, that defensive line has been stout. We have seen some very good speed here, and Memorial in their all red
Offensive line and
jerseys.
running backs have been the best two positions for Dover in this game.
Now here we go, a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. A handoff up the middle, gets some yards, spinning, and now
Still
on
going.
his feet. Incredible right there to see, and that will get up to about the 22-yard line, or 28-yard line.
Brought down by Carroll.
2nd and 3, they'll give them.
Not bad right there.
Gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Oh well,
Never mind.
scoreboard operator, you're going off the scoreboard earlier. The game is ahead of you, sir.
Yeah. The scoreboard's not always right, as we've learned many times throughout this season so far. We've only done 2 broadcasts.
It's a
But
tough spot to be in. They're not professionals either.
Yeah.
They're all volunteers. And now here we go with a 2nd and 1 from the 32-yard line.
oh,
Delayed
no.
handoff, and looks like he fumbled it. Now the Green Wave have it, and they will get the ball
That's a real.
at 26-yard line. A tough fumble right there, as the offensive coordinator in the booth next to us slams the counter, and not happy with that at all.
No, that is not what you want to see on that first drive. You gotta take that handoff with authority. You can't just juggle it, anything like that. You've got to take that with authority.
It looked as if he was already thinking about the hole that he wanted to hit before
2nd and 1.
before he even got the ball, and
What in the world?
instead of, oh boy, this
okay.
is I have not seen this since the Indianapolis
Oh
Colts.
God! If we get
And
that again,
we'll see. Now,
okay.
quick
yeah,
throw, and now it's going to be a touchdown for the Green Wave.
I'm not sure about that. No. There's got to be ineligible man downfield here. There's no
I've
shot.
never seen anything like this, Andrew, and I
No.
just kind of going off of what the officials.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, that was just what.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I-
heard someone down there. What is that? Yeah,
yeah.
that's what we were thinking too.
I gotta give Coach credit on a very interesting, illegal procedure. Eric Kumba.
Creativity was there, and now here we go
And
again.
here we go again. Let's
What?
see what is going on here.
We
Now,
got receivers in a triangle on the near side with 2 linemen.
well, you gotta know who's eligible and who's not.
Exactly.
And now a quick screen type throw, and that was aimed for Brady McGinnis, but and now make it a 2nd and 15 after that incompletion.
They are playing like the game is 50-0. This is a 1-score ball game. Can't be really just plays like that. That ball was way too high, out of the reach of Brady McGinnis. And now they'll go from the huddle with hopefully 5 linemen. Yep, here we go.
And now the typical type procedure that we see from football, as now first 2 tries have not worked, and a quarterback in motion does not see this blind side. Oh, gets the ball away,
Oh.
and it should have been an interception. You can see the the sadness on his face. But
Yeah, that was Lucas Brown again. 2nd time, but you know, freshman obviously got to give him a little bit of breathing room. But yeah, definitely could have had that interception too.
well, he's been on the ball for 2 consecutive plays. He was actually involved in that incomplete pass on 1st down as well, but now a 3rd and 15 in Dover, who has been successful on a couple long 3rd downs, will have to get things rolling here.
That's Josh Johannet behind the Memorial bench with the trainer. Looked like he was trying to find her and then was pointing at his knee. So that's not what you really want to see, is another Crusader, especially a lineman, hurt.
Oh, now a 3rd and 15.
In the shotgun.
Looking. Now he's going to throw one deep, and it's
he's
going to be
got it.
caught, and a touchdown for the Green Wave. A 32-yard touchdown completion And the Green Wave now have a 20 spot up on the board.
And now that fumble comes back to bite you because those 2 first plays that Dover ran were weird. They thought they were going to give you a break, and they're on 3rd and 15. Ryder Aubin found his man Stephen Gitau and a really good 32-yard touchdown there to put Dover in front 20-6 and a chance for 21.
And we're only a minute and 29 into the second half, Andrew, and not what Memorial was hoping. Kick us up and good, so make that a 21-6 lead for the Green Wave, and an ugly way to start the second half for Memorial. Fumble and basically giving up a long 3rd and 15 for a touchdown.
That's not what you want to see on that drive. Memorial, no, they're better than that. We've seen it all game. They're definitely better than that. That was just a really bad first drive, and then a little bit of a breakdown on defense. But you know, they've still got plenty of time to score a ball game. And they can definitely make this game theirs still.
It's just fumbles are hurting both squads, but
it's the 5th one.
Unfortunately for the Crusaders, their defense has not been able to handle the pressure of the high tide of the Green Wave.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Thank you. I was thinking that through as I was slowly trying to figure out what the next sentence was going to be. And now we'll see the kicker again out there, Tucker Johnson, who's been able to.
He's got a great leg.
Oh, he's going to pooch kick it this time. Takes a hop, handled at about the 11-yard line. Makes a man move, runs into his own teammate, and is going to be brought down at about the 37-yard line. So great return right there.
He ran into whoever that was like he was just a paper wall. He just bulldozed himself. That was Chase Burris. Bulldozed himself through and got a pretty good return. They've got good field position now.
Burris will come off, so a 27-yard gain right there, 26-yard gain, and now we'll see Eric Seymour out there doing the running back stuff and see what Connor McFarland can do. I'd love to see him be able to have some time to throw a ball, an accurate ball at that. So that's going to be a handoff to Seymour. Seymour is going to be brought down at about the 41-yard line. So decent little 4-yard gain though.
Yeah, good run. You know, just tough to get by that Dover defensive line as they're really good. And they've just been giving Memorial problems all game long, and they continue to do it here in this second half. But I agree with you. I'd love to see McFarland able to air it out, but as you say, Josh Johannet, one of Memorial's best linemen, is on the bench, hunched over. Now Chase Burris trying to hype up the crowd again from the bench.
Now, quick run and gets a couple yards on that as well. And that went to Seymour again. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here. And Memorial can't give up the ball again, being already down by 15 points.
No, they've got to get this first down here. 3rd and 5. Do you go for the pass here is the question. Burris in the backfield.
And well, you've seen what he can do when he gets the ball in an open lane. So
yeah.
as we saw on that kickoff return as well.
Dover's crunched up here.
And it looks like, trying to get it, a QB draw. Can he get the first down? He is not going to be able to. And
he might have crossed the plane initially. Definitely got held back. Wait for the signal.
Referee's going to mark it about the 45-yard line, which is 2 yards short of the first down. So we'll see what Coach Sturgis has in store for this 4th down, as it looks like the offense is staying out there.
I don't think you punt here.
Looks like they're going to try for possibly a false start or something. Let's see if the crowd noise could be a little bit louder here to try to get this Green Wave to jump off sides. Oh, right there!
They did!
Oh, perfect job by the Crusaders.
Well executed. They got Dover to jump over the line, and that'll give them the first down on 4th and 2. That was a great call by Rob Sturgis.
Yeah,
that's huge.
And hey, that will work.
Hey, whatever works, you know. you're at a point in the game where you need as much help as you can possibly get, and whatever works for you, you're going to take. And in that case, it's encroachment on the defenses. They didn't technically get the first down on 4th and 2, but either way, they move up 5 yards and are directly on the 50.
And now, quick handoff, trying to get to the outside, slips a little, and is brought down at about the 46-yard line. So
Ethan Vilgrain with a good run, good gain for maybe 4 or 5.
We haven't said his name in some time.
7. So that was only looked like way more than 3 yards. But
He ran 25 yards to get to this side of the field before he was taken out of bounds. So, yeah, a long run for only a few yards.
Josh Shahan is back on the field, by the way. Great to see him back out there,
That's
joining that offensive line.
They're doing a tough job, and now man in motion there is
Aline.
There he is. Looks like he's going to go out wide. Connor looking at him. Man in motion. No one's in moving, though. Quick run.
Broke the tackle.
Wow. All right. He barely got past the first Green Wave player there. Lucky to get a few yards there, but it's going to be another 3rd and long here, Andrew.
Looks like they'll mark him for no gain, 3rd and 5. And runs have been stopped here. You know, they got that 4th down just because of the encroachment, but they've kind of run themselves into a hole with the run game. But regardless, Burris staying in the backfield.
Into Green Wave territory they go from the 45-yard line. So let's see another big 3rd down here. And McFarland got to quickly hand off the ball.
Sebastian, but no.
Nowhere to be found as A.J. Sebastian is quickly swallowed up there.
Barely got back to the line again. It's going to set up 4th and 5. Do you go for it this time in Dover territory?
No, looks like I don't know.
I say yes.
He worked the first time, but I see Jackson Philbrick coming out there.
5:50 to go.
Looks like they're going to go with some bigger might here.
Now down to 5:35, but yeah, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5.
All right, well, here they go. Tries to make a man move, makes one miss, and he throws it up.
Oh, he's got him.
He's got a man open and a touchdown for Memorial.
What a play.
Big 4th and 5, and it goes for a 45-yard touchdown. And the Crusaders now just down 9 points right now with an extra point or a 2-point conversion coming up.
And guess who? Martin Alessandro, who had that fumble recovery in the first half and then reeled that one-handed catch in at the 50, catches that touchdown, and Memorial is right back in this game in the blink of an eye. Another 4th down conversion for the Crusaders. What a throw on the run from McFarland. Wow.
Well, let's see, 5:22 remaining in this 3rd quarter, and they will be going for 2 to make this a 7-point game. If not, they're going to be in some trouble here for sure. Man in motion again, and looks like Connor is going to get it himself. And look at this, we have a game. A big 2-point conversion to make this a 24-14 Dover lead.
Shabbat McDonough Field's alive again. I can tell you that much because I can hear everybody screaming down in front of us. Great throw and catch from McFarland to his man Alessandro, and then McFarland right up the gut for the 2-point conversion. 21-14 Dover leads, but we've got a ball game again, ladies and gentlemen.
The band doing a good job here as they are, as you can see right now on the screen, right next to us, and the fans all around us in support of this home opener for the Crusaders. 5:22 remaining and a 21-14 lead. Dover looking to get the ball, but hey, fumbles have been an issue. Like we've seen one happen right now already for the Crusaders as they've given up 2 touchdowns off turnovers.
There was a title to this game. It would be fumbles because that has written
and
the
an
story.
onside kick, but a penalty is thrown as there's too many men in motion there. offside, excuse me, I guess is the right term. There was just a lot of movement there.
Onside kick with 5:22 to go in the third quarter. Definitely an interesting call. I don't think they do it again.
Go for the surprise attack. Why not?
With this much time left, that's a
Hey,
interesting play call.
the let's see, the Indianapolis Colts did it in the no, excuse me, not the Indianapolis Colts. The New Orleans Saints did it in the very first play versus in their Super Bowl versus the Colts and recovered
Really?
it. So you just can never expect the unexpected, I guess.
What year was that? Was I alive for that?
You were alive. That was 2010. So you would have
Okay.
been, you know,
Yeah, 5 years old.
a youngin'. It's okay.
Yeah,
And
they'll
now
go normal here.
we're going to go 5 yards back and a little pooch kick, though. Got to be caught at about the 31-yard line, coming towards our side of the
Guess
field.
who that
Gets to
is?
the 40.
Guess
to the
who that
50,
is?
And he's going to be finally brought down at the 35-yard line. And we thought he was injured and probably out for the rest of the day, but it looks like he is back and with authority.
Jacob Bernier
Jacob Bernier, who, I mean, whew.
continues to burn Memorial.
Oh, he's definitely if he doesn't do track in the spring, I don't know what's wrong with him. I would not want to face him in the 100-meter
Maybe
dash
he's a
or something
really
like that.
fast baseball player,
That's
lacrosse
possible
player,
too.
maybe.
But here we go, 1st and 10. Great field position again for the Green Wave. Band's trying to get loud, make it difficult. The
Option
pitch play, and he's going to be hit and out of bounds for about a 3-yard gain. And that is to number 25 and Brady McGinnis.
That's a good pitch. Got the defense to bite, and another option play just to McInnes, who's been running that all night. Something just got thrown at me from the crowd. Don't know what that was, but literally something just got tossed right through the window. But
Well, either way,
Dover still taking over.
now it looks like a pass play. Last one went for a touchdown. Let's see how this one does. Got to be connected, spinning around and down into the red zone. Looks like the pass complete to a Stephen Giddo.
He caught the touchdown to start this half.
Looks like he has been their go-to receiver as of late.
He found himself wide open in the middle of the field for a pretty long gain. And Dover takes over inside the 20-yard line.
Ryder Aubin gets the play call. And he'll be in the shotgun again with, I believe it's our boy Jacob Bernier in the backfield.
Oh,
No.
whoa. Ball start.
Yeah, the band
Brett-
doing a great job.
Brett Davis jumped, and things are still being thrown in here.
I guess that's, I appreciate number 8 in Jose Soto trying to pump up the crowd. Well, we got some fancy lights here being thrown at us.
Interesting, but yeah, that was Brett Davis who looked like he jumped. He was getting ready to make a move on Martin Alessandro before the ball even left the center's hand.
No! Stop it.
Your
As
boys
we
on the
take
baseball team.
care of that.
Well, here we go with a possibly loss.
Big
Yeah,
stop.
Big stop right there.
That's going to be 1st and 20. Second and 20, excuse me.
I'm just looking at your baseball squad,
21, yeah.
making
What are
sure
they
that they.
Stop being immature. That's
Well,
what I would say,
high
but
schoolers are tough, you know. 3:30 remaining in this third quarter, and now a 2nd and 21. The Green Wave.
Big stop there for Memorial. And they're going to make Dover get this touchdown. They're going to have to earn this one.
Another attempt at a surprise. Oh, still on his feet. Oh, he's finally brought down, so it'll be about a 3rd and 5 here.
3rd No, that's going to be a lot less than 5. That's going to be 3rd and 17. Quick math, yes.
My apologies. I was looking at the wrong part of the field there.
This could be a huge stop because they're not going to kick it from there. They're way too far out for a field goal. But this could be a huge stop for the Crusaders.
That's all they need is a loss and get the ball back. Anything can happen to tie up this game. Man in motion going far out deep. See if they hit him. They do not. They go for it. Oh, no. Over the head. He looks at very upset with himself, not able to catch that pass.
Yeah, that's Brett Davis, the one who had jumped off sides earlier in this drive. 4th and 17. Looks like Dover's going to punt here.
Well, heck of a job by the Crusaders. I got to say, they are able to put their heels in the ground and at least stop anything that the Green Wave does, if deep in their territory for the most part. And now a pooch kick that will probably put the ball. I think that the Crusaders are looking to block it as there's no return man back deep for this play.
No, this ball is going to go. Looks like direct. Oh, there's a flag.
And punt lands, and it's going to be surrounded by a lot of white jerseys and handled at the 5-yard line. But the flag way back here at the 43-yard line makes me wonder what this might be. It could be a delayed game. Oh, false start. Okay.
Illegal procedure, whatever you want to call it. But it's against Dover, so they'll have to punt again. Or Memorial will move up, one of the two. Not sure what the ref will decide, or what Coach Sturgis will decide.
Looks like he's going to make him kick again and see if they can get another chance at blocking that kick.
Yep, there's the signal for a second time.
Oh, here we go.
It's from the 40 now, 5 yards back to 4th and 22.
And now, deep kick. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to take a better bounce for the Crusaders' way, and it'll be down about the 8-yard line.
8 or 7, I would say, yeah.
So,
even the PA didn't know where it was.
92-yard play. Possibly could be needed here, or just a very long drive. Oh, now another penalty flag, though. I didn't even catch that as I was looking down at the play.
They're going the wrong direction.
Wow.
Not supposed to go that way, but they're...
This is an ugly thing here to see.
Another illegal procedure on Dover.
Well.
Or travel if you're thinking basketball.
Travel for sure. Boy, if they want to go for a 4th and 27, Andrew, that's an idea to do it as well. But now, let's see.
No punt from even farther.
Now back to the 50-yard line. Now again, more pointing. Long kick. Up in the air this time. Takes a nice spinny spin. And, well, looks like it's going to be
the same spot.
A very good job by the punter here to do his thing. Tucker Johnson, credit to you, buddy. You're doing a great job as a kicker.
Accurate, for that matter. Holy.
Wow.
Same spot 3 different times in that 8 to 5 yard line range.
We're hoping that it'd be otherwise. Interesting decision. I guess you might as well let them take it and not have any chance of fumbling or something silly happening.
Yeah.
So I can see where Coach Sturgis is coming from.
Don't really care where you are on the field. Just don't want to misplay the ball, especially in that part of the field, because that could result in something really bad, and you don't want that. So no matter where it is, just let it go. That was smart call by Coach Sturgis.
Well, we'll see what Connor can do here. He's deep in his territory, 91 yards.
95 yards.
Now, quick handoff. I figured there's going to be lots of blitzing here from the Green Wave. And just like that, he is brought down for maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a 1-yard gain. Not good as the clock will wind down.
The question is, do you air it out here in hopes that you find a receiver, but also the chance of it getting picked off and possibly return for a really short gain for a touchdown. I don't know if you take that shot if you're Memorial, so you might just try to run the ball, still have 2 more plays to try to get 7 yards. I don't think you throw it here.
No, you really are not in a good spot to be in, so just hope that the run game can work and able to get a few more yards getting out of the end zone. Tackle right there, first one to hit him is Brett Davis. Haven't said his name in a while, huh, Andrew?
No, that might have been 5 or so yards as the clock continues to run still.
So, hey, you're 3rd and 3. You got a chance to get a first down, and with that, maybe go into the 4th quarter with a first down. We'll see how much time it remains after this play.
It's a tough area to punt from
40
too
seconds.
if you have to.
Absolutely. You can't mess up on the snap that time. Another hand up the
Not
middle.
gonna
It does
matter.
a spin, trying to get around, and finally wrapped up and brought down at the 15-yard line.
Not going to matter. He's got the first.
28 seconds remaining as the clock stops with the first down. So a big, big first down for the Crusaders. As coming out onto the field, I see a Wenchel Jean-Claude out there now. And it looks like they're just going to hold off and we'll go into the 4th quarter as the last few seconds wind down, and we'll switch sides of the field and have a break.
Walk 84 yards to do so.
So both teams able to score in the 3rd quarter. Memorial able to get 1 extra point on a 2-point conversion, but they are still down 7. And a interesting 4th quarter, 12 minutes to see if you're going to get your first win
And here
or your
goes the
second
crowd
loss.
again.
And look at lots of Crusader players trying to get the crowd pumped up. The
They're still
flag
in
is
this.
flag is flying high.
That's
And
Thomas Stamoulis, from what I can tell from up here, waving that flag.
Any relation to Market Basket, Tamoulis?
No idea.
No idea.
But
All right.
Memorial's still in this, so definitely part of football is having a really strong, big crowd. So you want to get this crowd as loud as possible, because that's, I feel like, what happened on that 4th down to get Dover all out of shape and just jumping over, all out of sorts is what I meant to say. But
A lot of pinks, yellows,
Yeah.
oranges, flags flying. It's
fluorescent colors here.
good time right here for
Even see a
yourself
couple
and the rest of your.
banana suits down there.
Yeah, I did see some banana
Traffic
suits.
cones, working helmets. I mean,
Cowboy
a little bit of
hats.
everything. Good Lord.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Now going left to right across your screen. The Crusaders in their all red with blue helmets trying to get something going here to tie up this game and put Dover, who's been in the lead the whole entire game, in a spot to have to rethink this drive back to the Seacoast.
Yeah, Dover, they're in a tough spot. You know, Memorial's definitely got the momentum with the home crowd and everything like that, but they're far away from the end zone.
And now
here goes
taking off.
McFarland.
Look at this. McFarland able to get another first down, and now almost nearly up to the 30-yard line he goes. You got to wonder if that's going to be an idea that, I mean, we've seen it from the other side of the field with their quarterback, Ryder Aubin, taking off. And
Yeah, he saw that open lane and decided to take it, which was a really good move because it's a 1 rush play for another first down, moving up to the 28 and getting ever so slightly closer to this end zone. Still got a long 72 yards to go.
it's a sad thing to say, but hey, it is still 11:30 remaining on the clock, and we're ready to see it happen here as McFarland now will
You need a
go
long
behind
pass
center.
somewhere.
Takes the handoff, and it's going to be wrapped up very quickly.
That was Burris for maybe a yard or two.
I think that the Green Wave read that pretty well, what was going to happen with him in the backfield. And now we have not seen a pass play here, Andrew. 2nd and 11, you definitely have some room now to breathing room on your field of play. Do you
Especially on second down, yeah, you know, you got a third play to run it if you want to, if the pass play doesn't work, but I think a short pass here would do the job, maybe 5 or 6 yards. Get the ball closer for a power run by either Eric Seymour or Chase Burris.
Martin Alessandro comes out there as well, so we'll see. They do have some speed in wide receivers, and he's going to roll out and
he does
makes the play, able to make that happen. Look at him go.
Philbrick.
Looking like a Rob Gronkowski with that pass.
Huge gain for Memorial. That's the sophomore tight end, Jackson Philbrick, on a huge gain, and once again, this place has gone crazy. What a throw by McFarland, seeing his man wide open in the middle of the field, and Jackson had all day to get down the field, and he gets him at Dover's 41, and Memorial's back in business.
10:23 remaining in this fourth quarter. They're in the game more likely, and that was, I mean, that looked like a Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski play for the past 13 years. And that will work for Memorial to now be in the green wave territory. And a handoff up the middle he goes, able to drag a couple white jerseys, and will be brought down at about the 37-yard line, 36-yard line.
Maybe 3 or 4 yards there for Eric Seymour on first down. We'll set up second and long. But either way, momentum onto the Memorial side now as Dover might be in trouble here.
Well, as you just saw on the screen, that you had a Eric Seymour come off the field, and this dual running back is pretty cool to see.
Reminds me of Harrison Stevenson for New England.
Absolutely
the
does.
The power and the speed. The power is Seymour, and the speed is Chase Burris.
A handoff now up the middle again. They go, and
there he is.
Whatever works is just keep it going. As now they are down to the 30-yard line. And the chains are moving again.
I thought I saw a flag, but you know what it was? It was Raymond Aline putting his arm up. That yellow sleeve is confusing me because I thought that was a flag flying out, but it was not, in fact, a flag. But Memorial is in way deep in Dover territory and in great position.
D'Onofrio and Sturgis doing a great play calling here in the second half.
Got to give credit where it's due. They are doing very good play calling.
Let's hope that ball security can stay an issue as McFarland.
It's the one thing you'd be nervous about down there if you're a coach. Just hang on to that ball. Even if you have to go down, just hang on to it. You cannot fumble here.
McFarland looking at the defense. Got to be another handoff. Able to make a couple men move, but only probably about a 3-yard gain on that. So we'll make it about a 2nd and 7.
That was Burris on the carry, who will go out, and Seymour.
He's got a little bit of a limp on him now. I don't know if that's just an ankle of being tackled down low or what.
He had an ankle injury last year. You know, ankle's a tough spot, especially for running backs.
Grabs some water, and hopefully everything will be all right, as now we're down to 8:20 remaining in this game, a 21-14 Dover lead. Now
McFarland with his back to the left of him. It's Seymour, but he's got
4 wide.
Philbrick in the slot, Alessandro near side.
And he's going to throw this time. Gets a good block.
On the move,
now
no,
he's going to go
take it
off, and he will not get the first down. He'll get a couple more yards, but it'll make for a 3rd and long as the clock stops at 7:52.
3rd and 4?
3rd and 4 it will be. And you might as well see if Burris is able to come back out here and make something happen here.
I think they've got 2 plays to get this. I feel like they would go for it, being at their Dover 24. Got to go for it here. 3rd and 4. There's no reason why you wouldn't.
Well, from the 24-yard line, you've already gone 75 yards, just about. So, or 70 yards, excuse me. So I do quick math. And
even at this point, don't try to get that extra yard. Just hang on to the football. That extra yard means nothing if you fumble.
Let's see if he can find an open receiver.
He does.
Will they give it the reception?
It's Alessandro.
And he is.
They're saying no. Oh, no, they did give it to him. So Alessandro,
First down, clock.
another huge clutch reception. He's got a touchdown and a huge one-handed catch so far in this game. That's another clutch reception for
Now down
Alessandro.
to the 15-yard line. This is killing
Huge.
a lot of time as well. So this is a huge drive here, as you don't want to end up with a goose egg on the scoreboard if with all this time that's taken off the clock and
First
effort
and
that you
10
put in.
from
And a
timeout.
timeout called, and it looks like it will be Memorial timeout. So they are now down to 2 in this game. So maybe Coach Sturgis, maybe Connor McFarland did not like what they saw from the defense of the Green Wave.
Smart play. You have all 3 of your timeouts. You know, you've got to use this time wisely because you're at the 14, first and 10. First down to the 4 gets you at least 4 more plays inside first and goal. So they've got to draw their plays right here because they cannot, for any means, lose the ball here.
No,
They've got to get points somehow.
they certainly have to make sure they can get into the end zone and get that extra point or go for 2 in the win.
After what you saw, Pinkerton and, was it Wyndham?
Yeah, the
that
Jaguars and the
backfired.
Astros, that backfired hard for the Jaguars, who end up losing that game 28-27. And well,
Yeah, I wouldn't go for 2 because you got to worry about actually making the extra point.
that's
and
true.
the perfect snap, the hold, because they missed it, or not missed it, but the snap was bad on the first one. He drilled the second one. Oh no, he went for 2,
No,
so they
had to go
haven't
for 2,
kicked an
so they
extra
have not
point
kicked
yet.
an extra point in this game.
Yeah, I
It's-
wouldn't worry about going for 2. I just worry about hitting that extra point because all eyes are on that if he misses at 21-20 in a tough spot.
Well, here we go. McFarland going to hand it off, but a lot of Green Wave. Oh, stiff arm, still trying to spin, and a big 6-yard loss. And the Green Wave got to be happy with what they were able to do there.
That was a great play. They forced Burris backwards, and now you've got to air it out. If you're Connor McFarland, you've got to find somebody close to the end zone or in the end zone, air it out. 2nd and 16 from the 20.
Yeah, big loss right there on that play as Burris was. I mean, as soon as he got the ball, he had to immediately make a stiff arm move. Was able to get that guy off
They
him.
read
but
him.
He was going more east to west, and he really needed to go north south. And now here we go with a shotgun, and he's rolling. Andrew, looking at this, can he find someone? He lifts it up and able to get the first down.
Can't
And
tell, he's way far side. Is that Alessandro again?
it looks like it's number
Vilgrain, Ethan Vilgrain.
Ethan Vilgren, who is in replacement for Mr. Wisdom Teeth himself. I don't know if we should call him that for the rest of the year.
Dan Bettenker.
Bettenker not in a good spot, but now it'll be first and goal for the Crusaders.
Huge. This is a huge moment here in this game.
And
I'll tell you, if they score here, this place is about to go nuts.
we'll see, there's a little bit of a timeout on the play here. Trying to figure out if they, yeah, it is a first down. They added,
Yup. It looked like he had that inside the 5.
referee Bert Lawler had to really get a good eye of what was happening, and the band fighting Irish sound on there again.
Maybe
And-
that'll bring Notre Dame some luck.
Oh, they've had a tough go of it, losing to Marshall and losing to
Ohio State.
Ohio
They're going to
State.
need it tomorrow.
I'm not sure who they're facing, but it's
Either.
not really been a good season for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. But here we go. It's Crusaders. Hand it off, and
Seymour.
he's got able of
Touchdown Memorial.
look at that, finding a great lane, open hole, and
Wow.
right there, boom, touchdown. And now,
Wow.
what does they do here? Do they go for 2, Andrew? Do they go for the extra point?
The thing
Tough
is,
spot
the
to be
extra
in.
point's not the safe spot here because they haven't taken one yet. It'll be really interesting to see what Memorial does, but wow. 21-20, Dover leads by just 1, and this game could be tied in about a minute.
Nope,
A
they're
great
going to go
drive.
for 2 here, Andrew.
Are they?
No, just a lot of players being taken out, and now holding will be AJ Sebastian.
Huge moment here.
Stress is in the air. Snap. The kick.
It's good.
Barely gets over the
Wow.
uprights, and the game is tied. 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. And now, after being down 21-6, the Crusaders have come back in this fourth quarter. And
Holy. Well, this took a turn.
this took a turn for sure, as Dover again had scored 37 points last week, 14 the week before, both victories. Memorial had lost 41-13, and now they're putting the Green Wave on notice that they are to be a contender in this Division I East Division are the Memorial Crusaders.
They just tied the game, but now that's over. It's a brand new ball game. Now you have to defend. 6:14, 2 timeouts for Memorial, 3 for Dover. You have to defend here as best you can.
And
Best defense you've ever played.
and
Got to
he-
be right here.
You know they have a good kicker in Tucker Johnson, who's done a really good job so far in this game with the punts and extra points and everything like that.
They've got to seal every end, the defensive line especially. Don't put all your pressure on the quarterback. Seal those ends,
Short kick
because
that
that's
is
where you're going to get beat by the running backs.
out of bounds, so the Green Wave will get the ball at the 35 unless they want to have them re-kick it. Kind of a tough spot right there to see, as you wanted to see something a little bit different than that. And it looks like Dover is going to have them kick again.
If I'm Coach Sturgis, Coach D'Onofrio, any of the coaches, I'm telling my players, forget that we just scored. You have another job to do. Got to defend here and make Dover earn some points here. They've got to defend the best they ever have, and it all comes on this re-kick.
Well, here we go. Some changing out of players. Coming off the field is number 8 in Jose Soto. So they're going with some different players in the first kick. And defense, you can feel the stands below us vibrating into the press box. And now a better kick for sure. That goes down to the center of the field.
What a return.
And he will be past the 40 and brought down about the 41-yard line. So just 59 yards the Green Wave have to go. 6:07 remaining in the game. And now we have an injured Crusader, looking like a knee problem for sure.
Oh, goodness.
Not able to get up, as the trainer is going to run down and try to figure this out. He's able to get up. He's now at least into a sitting position, and he's not sure. It could have just been knocked the wind out of him.
He's got a 0 on him, so that
I believe it's number 40 and Aiden Goen.
that is who I believe. I can't quite see the number yet, but he's walking off with Coach Sturgis as well as the trainer under his own power. It's again something we love to see, but here we go. 6:07 to go, and this is a ball game.
It could have just been easily a wind knocked out of him, because I know that I haven't been able to get up very well after getting the wind knocked out of me. But hey,
Chest feels like it's 150 pounds.
and from the 40-yard line,
Here we go. Biggest point in this game for both teams, easily.
the fans starting to make some noise down below us again. Man in motion now to the left side. Quick handoff, trying to get to the outside, trying to get a man.
Stuffed
and
at the
stuffed
line.
right there. Great job there. Handoff was to McGinnis, but looks like it was number 52 who was the first one to wrap him up, and that is none other than Dylan Oliveras.
Big stop, 2nd and 10.
Clock
Memorial.
is still running. Under 6 minutes to go. Oh, wow. We're getting really
9.5.
really
Okay.
fancy here as the PA announcer. Low snap.
Oh,
He's going to have to take it. Runs into his own man, and he's going to be taken down for
Nowhere
a
to go.
sack back at the 37-yard line. So it'll
Wonder
be
if that's a loss of
3rd and
3.5.
13.
getting real fancy around here in Manchester, is doing the half-yard lines now. But yeah, it'll say 3rd and 13. There's not enough space to make it a decimal point.
You know, some people think they know it all. We're just going to go with the flow and go with the numbers that are in front of us. So now,
big
defense
third
chant
down
from the fans coming up again. And he's going to pass it deep down the middle.
Oh,
no! Not able to be smothered.
Incomplete.
And now we have an injured Dover Green Wave player. A pass attempt was to Brett Davis, and he is not getting up right now at all. That could be a wind knocked out of him or shoulder. We'll see.
Now he's
able to get up on his own, and this will make for a 4th and 13. And interesting three and out right there for the Green Wave with now 4:50 to go. And the energy in this place is incredible at Shabbat McDonough Field. With 4:50 to go, they should be able to get the ball back. They need to not have any sort of encroachment or anything like that.
Way this game goes could be up for early game of the year candidate. This has been a crazy game so far. As it started with Dover getting it 2 touchdowns, then Memorial scoring, then Dover, and then Memorial back to back.
End over kick, and it's going to take a Green Wave bounce. That's going to go. They're going to get the ball about the 21-yard line, but after that 95-yard drive, Andrew, it doesn't seem like a 79-yard drive would be so difficult for the way that the Crusaders have been playing.
And again, you don't want to bother with trying to return that because you can't have any sort of mishap with the return. So just let it go, let the ball bounce wherever it really wants to, because you really can't take any chances with the return.
Well, as we see a police car pulling someone over on right outside the stadium here. So,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't be running red lights. That's my guess on that. But either way.
Yeah, big flashback moment there, but Memorial 4:40 to go, 78 yards for 6 or 7 points.
And now 1st and 10, rolling out, makes a good block. The ball is up. Let's look at this. Oh,
nope.
Attempted interception there for Dover.
Brady McGinnis.
McGinnis had his hands on it.
Wenchel John Claude, who couldn't reel that in. It was a little too deep of a pass, but a fine way to start this drive. No harm, no foul. Not intercepted, but
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, yeah.
7 seconds just came off the clock there. So now we'll see if we get a Burris or if we get a Seymour type run here up the middle. We'll see who's in the backfield. I see Seymour out there.
Push it right up the gut.
It looks like McFarland took a big hit out of that play. He's got a little bit of a limp on his right side. So basically hoping that he'll be okay. We've seen that he can certainly.
There goes Seymour
up to the far side. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a 3-yard gain.
3rd and 7. Looks like it's going to be from the 25 or 26, one of the two. Not sure where the referee will spot it. Patrick Vachon's going to the trainer's table.
And Burris comes out onto the field for this 3rd and 7. And looks like we have a number 2 coming into the AJ Sebastian coming out with the play call. So here we go, 3rd and 7. Under 4 minutes to go in this game, all tied up at 21.
Another big point here. This could be huge if Memorial converts.
A handoff, but
fumble.
A fumble. It's going to be, looks
like they've got it.
Thankfully, handled by, oh no, the Green Wave say they have it, and so don't the officials.
Really?
Oh gosh, this is not good, and now we have a couple players down for the Crusaders as they are now starting to get up. I think there was just more of like a disappointment that they just fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
So now
it did not look like Dover got that.
We're all the way over here, Andrew, at a tough angle. And the officials are right there, so we got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Dover takes over.
29-yard line for the Green Wave now into Crusaders territory.
Now a bad spot to be in. And here they go with this again.
Oh boy, well, it's a tough spot because we don't know who's now. Quick pass. Oh, is that a fumble? That's, oh, okay, it's incompletion.
Covered either way, but kind of, in my opinion, a waste of a play.
It just has not worked the 3 times that we've seen it. So, you know, kind of tough because you don't know who is eligible and who isn't eligible. That's a tough spot.
Yeah.
As in the NFL, you got to announce who's coming in, who's eligible. Obviously, in high school, we don't really have that ability. So, it's certainly not easy to try to figure this out. As now
Back
we're going
to the original 5 linemen.
And now a 2nd and 10 from the 29, man in motion. And
gonna
now
keep it.
Ryder is going to keep it, makes 1-man move, and he's tackled.
Nowhere to go once again.
No yard gain. The clock will continue to run here. Alessandro able to make that tackle, so he is doing a great job on both sides. Quiet day overall, but you know what? You're doing it on offense and defense, and
Yeah, Alessandro's got that touchdown. He had that great catch at the 50 with one hand, and then he had one over closer to us. So not a huge stats day, but a big moments day, I'll say. Because all 3 of those plays were vital in this game.
under 3 minutes to go in this game. A 3rd and 11 here for the Green Wave, and another chance for the Crusaders to stop them. But they do have a field goal kicker that could probably, it seems like he's out of range here.
Yeah,
So
I'd say out of range. 3rd and 11, here we go.
and
Timeout.
looks like a timeout will be called by Memorial, their 2nd used. And with 2:31 to go in this game, they know that they have to stop the Green Wave. As the players doing their job again, trying to get the fans loud and riled up here.
This has been crazy so far, and here goes the band again. But timeout to Dover leaves each side with 2 timeouts. Memorial's got 2, and now so does Dover with 2.5 to go in this game. So I'd like to say there is time for Memorial to get up the field if they stop Dover, but it depends on a lot of things. But Dover's going to have to convert this 3rd and 11 first.
It's going to be certainly an interesting last few minutes of this game. As boy, we got here early and we're watching the 2 sides warm up, and you know, Green Wave looked like they were, you know, looking to be a strong team, but right now I'm still feeling the faith of the Crusader sides. I guess that helps that we are over here. We're able to see these fans. We're here able to hear this band, and now here we go in the shotgun position. And takes the pass, looking, has plenty of time, finds an open man, and it is caught.
1st down with a
And
question mark on the end.
We'll
because
see right there. Looks the changing might have to come out. This is very, very close. The clock continues to run, and looks like it's going to be a 4th and 1. They did not make it, Andrew. So 2 minutes to go in this game.
Dover's going to go for it, and time continues to waste. Dover going from the huddle.
Fans got to get loud here, as this is a crucial. Obviously, they still are 20 yards out. And the QB draw. No, he doesn't get it.
They've stopped him.
Great job by the defensive line of Memorial. Look at them all.
Guess who that
celebrating.
was? Aline again. Huge
Unbelievable stop. Look at the hugs right there. Definitely deserved by those 3 linemen. They did a phenomenal job. And now look what they got to do. Go back on there on offense. Well done.
Aubin tried to just sneak that right over, but the Memorial defensive line made one heck of a stop in a vital point of this game. 1:37 to get 79 yards with 2 timeouts.
Expect a lot of passes here, Andrew. That's all I can say. I got to give lots of credit to Jack Paradise, as well as Patrick Vachon, Joshua Johannet, excuse me. I saw him doing a big hug there. So Great job all around by the defensive line. Now a minute 37 to go.
Got to be careful with the passes, though. Nothing risky. If you don't find an open man, throw it away.
Now rolling out. Sees his man. The ball's up in the air.
He's
Great
got
spiral. Oh, not able to bring it down. Great defense by McGinnis again.
That would have been huge, but 2nd and 10. That was a great ball from
Unbelievable spiral on that.
From
I will
McFarland.
say that.
who had his man, in Alessandro, but we do have to give some love to Brady McInnes for the great coverage to break that pass up.
Oh, now 89 seconds remains in this game unless we go to overtime, Andrew.
He followed Alessandro every footstep of the way. Did not let him get open. That was a great play on all cylinders, really. A great throw, but a great deflection. A great effort by Alessandro to try to reel that in, too.
Well, now a 2nd and 10 from the 79. There's not a man on the other side. Offensive coordinator sees something. Now there's a man in motion.
It's Phil Grain.
And a flag being thrown.
Well, here he
oh,
goes.
fumble right now.
But it's
Handled, hopefully this time, by the Crusaders. But I think it's going to be a...
the question is now what is this penalty going to be?
and the officials are going to come together. I'm going to guess a legal motion. That's correct.
Yeah, illegal
Oh,
shift.
legal shift, okay. So that will
The
bring it
shift.
down to a 2nd and 15, but that brings them back inside their own red zone.
Could tell that play was going to go wrong just by the reaction from the coordinator's office, we'll call it over there.
Yeah, they definitely, were yelling for them to go, and
Yeah, I heard a lot of no's and slamming on the table. But
and
now here they go.
Clock continues to run. A 2nd and
I wonder if they're just going to try to force overtime. Because this clock is going. They're down at a minute left by the time this ball gets snapped.
60 seconds remaining in this game, and we'll see. A bad snap handled. Now the throw out, caught, and going to be wrapped up.
It's Ethan Bilgrain.
Looks like he stayed in bounds, so the clock will continue to run, and a timeout is now called, and that will be the Dover Green Wave using their timeout. So 44.8 seconds to go, and it'll be a 3rd down and 9, and Green Wave still thinking that they can make something happen if they got some time left on the clock.
44 seconds. Going to be really tough and interesting to see what happens here, because Dover could stop the clock if Memorial doesn't convert. They've still got a timeout left.
Yeah, it's certainly, we got to see an overtime game or what?
As Coach Gauckland's trying to
Get the
get somebody's attention.
47 is going to be remaining.
I thought an extra couple seconds came off that
as
clock.
coach yells at the
I thought for sure. As they go crazy for Coach Gauckland, he's a very popular teacher here at Memorial. Everybody loves Mr. David Gauckland
I'll
here at Memorial.
zoom in on him and give him the limelight that he deserves.
He was my teacher freshman year on. I enjoyed every minute of class that I had with him. Enjoyed talking to him every day in the hallway too. So he is very well liked here around Memorial. 47 seconds with 3rd and 9. Definitely going to be interesting because they're at the 22, and Dover could just kick this field goal. They are in range to do so.
I see some love from Cindy Levine as she is somewhere around here.
She's right in front of us.
She's right in front of us, which there's a lot going on here in this game,
yeah.
so I unfortunately do not see her as I just got her text. But I'm more worried about the game at hand here than
This could be big time.
handoff right here. Finds a
Seymour.
hole, tries to get out to the sidelines.
Oh, he's
Gotta
got
get
it.
the first down.
He's
and
got it.
more, and he's taken out at the 41-yard line. So
That's big time.
big first
Big time
down
gain
gain.
from Seymour.
Huge, 37 seconds remaining, so 10 seconds came off the clock there. Wow, interesting to see what might happen here, Andrew.
Wow. And these games do go into overtime. This will not end in a tie, I believe. I'm not sure about the regular season, but I
believe it's 10 minutes.
It is a 10-minute
I
overtime.
believe it's a 10-minute overtime. And, well, it'll be my second game today with overtime, as unfortunately the West Blue Knights soccer team lost in double overtime on a penalty kick. So kudos to them for getting to overtime. Now,
McFarland with time.
Ball's up in the air. Caught!
Oh, it's caught!
No, it's saying
it's
intercepted. Oh, boy, I did not see it hit the ground. I thought that I saw a red jersey with it, but unfortunately the Green Wave are happy to get the ball back with 27 seconds to go.
They're a long way out still.
Well, if they
and it looks like, by the way, Memorial took that timeout, not Dover. Dover still got 2. Memorial's down to 1.
Interesting.
Little bit of momentum change there on the interception, but 27 seconds to go, 59 yards.
Well, all it takes is one play, one block, and one good runner. And, well, we've seen...
And then one holding penalty to bring it back.
That's true, too. But Jacob Bernier and Brady McGinnis obviously have some ability, and they will go from the shotgun as well, trying to win this game with only a few seconds to go.
Looking to air it out.
Oh, he's
taken down
and brought down. That will make them use their timeout if they want it. A big sack right there. Good job by the defensive line again.
10 seconds. Big sack. Mene Dumene.
Can they even get on side? Now all their players are back, and it looks like that is going to do it for regulation. Yeah, so Memorial able to come back and tie up this game, and now we go to overtime, Andrew.
Wow.
Great way to have a home opener for the Crusaders, as I am going to quickly do some work here to change batteries and put in a new card. As
oh, yeah, the card,
I only have a few minutes left, and unfortunately, with 3 minutes on the clock, we have a quick break here. And, well, we'll take a quick break here and be back as quickly as I can.
I think the officials are trying to signal to get it going, but I'm not sure.
Well, I guess I got to get going here. So please hold, ladies and gentlemen. And back here for overtime here at Shabbat McDonough Field for the Memorial Crusaders and the Dover Green Wave tied up at 21. Andrew Arndt and Kyle Heavey here.
What a game we've had. But you know what you just looked like? You looked like Guido in the pit stop in cars, changing that battery in car, you know, doing your thing.
It was
that was funny to watch.
I knew I only had a few seconds to really change everything over as we had to get back into
what a game
the game at hand, as now we'll have another coin toss in the center of the field.
PA announcer said each team will get a chance, so it's not like the NFL, not sudden death. Each team will get a shot at scoring and starting at the 20-yard line.
Well, we saw this earlier, Jackson Carroll, as well as Ryder Aubin, and as well as Brett Davis, the captains over there, with one more player who I can't really catch right now, as he is down more tying his shoes, it looks like.
Brett Davis I see Brady McGinnis, I see Jackson Carroll and Josh Stanley are the 4 captains for Dover, and for Memorial, Adam Jocks and Eric Seymour. But what a game this has been. Dover went up 14-6. That 83-yard 6-point touchdown for Chase Burris. Martin Alessandro reeled one in, and then Eric Seymour ran one in to tie this game at 21. And this has been nothing short of a thriller here at Shabbat McDonough Field on the campus of Manchester Memorial High School.
Well, again, Green Wave were up 21-6 early in the second half after a fumble by, I believe it was Seymour, that really made things difficult for the Crusaders. But now it's anyone's game right now. We'll see who wins the coin toss. Green Wave won it to start off this game. Memorial had it to start the second half, and
doesn't really matter as much now because each team does get a shot
Well, you'd like to at least go in and score and put really the pressure on the other squad.
That's true.
And really make your defense work. Give them a little bit more rest as well, as both squads were out there quite a bit in that fourth quarter. A very long drive for the Crusaders were able to tie up this game. And
then a
over the
wicked
last
turn of events there in the last few minutes is Connor McFarland threw an interception, but it was really deep at around the 22-yard line.
And now we'll
for
see. It
Dover.
looks like they have deferred, and the Green Wave will be getting the ball first. And this is certainly an interesting. I have not really done a high school playoff, or excuse me, overtime game in some time. So we'll try.
I'm not sure I've ever seen one.
It's definitely. I'm not used to these. Certainly for Manchester Public Television, we have not had a this close of a game in some time, and that's not to put any heat on any of the squads. It's just a lot of these games have not been very close at the final buzzer. But now here we are, waiting to see what's going to happen here. I believe we're playing college rules, so each team will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Excuse me, 10-yard line. Okay. Well, this is different. I thought we were going to get 10 minutes of time, and wow, this is.
Dover will get the chance to score first, I believe, is what he said.
We're just going to go by the seat of our pants at this point.
Yeah.
This is certainly fun.
Dover will have to go 90. No, they're going to have to go
just
10
go
yards.
10 yards, yeah. I guess they're going to get 4 downs to try to score from 10 yards out.
No time on the board either. Wow.
Oh, here we go.
This is not at all what I thought was going to happen.
Aubin hands it off, and he's going to be stopped. He's going to lose a couple yards on that play. Great job. Again, that defensive line, I cannot believe what they've been able to do tonight. It's certainly been impressive to watch. Mene is a beast down there.
He is. Adu Mene is an absolute beast, along with Adam Jocks, Josh Johannet, and Patrick Vachon down there in that monstrous front four for Memorial. And this is not at all what I thought was going to happen with this overtime.
No, so
no time on the clock, and they've only got to score from 10 yards out. Definitely interesting.
Ryder Aubin, man in motion, that's Bernier. A bad slow snap again, a throw down, gonna be caught, and he's gonna be tackled. A saving tackle right there, and that was to, I believe, Bryce Carberry. And that will give them a 3rd down and about 3.
Question is, do you kick a field goal here?
You certainly can if they don't get it in here. You got 4 tries. Or do you just chance it and go for the 4th down?
They've got to convert this before we talk about any of that. But they're 3 yards out.
Well, here we go. Man in motion again as Bernier. Oh, he stops, goes back to his original spot, and he's looking to make that catch. Caught in a touchdown by the Green Wave. And that, I believe, was to Stephen Gitto. Gittow, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what the PA announcer said, so we'll go with it.
Wow, that's a huge break for the Green Wave, able to score after that first run play did not work.
Dover draws first blood here in overtime.
Now, a crucial extra point here. And now we got a player late to get out there. And we'll see if Tucker Johnson can do this again.
He's drilled all 3 he's had
Holder
so
is
far.
Brett Davis. And the kick is up.
No.
No! Good! It's caught!
I don't think they can return that, no. It's a good effort,
wow,
though.
A big loss. Big miss right there by Johnson.
So a touchdown and extra point can win Memorial this game.
That's right. It's going to be interesting to see.
Now, obviously, Memorial has 4 plays, obviously, to get the touchdown. Kicking a field goal wouldn't do anything.
Well, kicking the extra point would be a huge way to win this game, as
Could you imagine?
kicking
Wow.
troubles throughout this game, having to go for 2 and able to get it barely a low kick, got that to 21-21, and now the fans are ready for a victory here. Hopefully they don't run across the field here to celebrate, but a great home opener here at Shabbat McDonough Fields.
This is going to come down to the play calling. You got to be smart here. If you're Memorial.
Now,
An
what do
interception
they
ends
have
it.
lined up that Dover has not seen?
Yeah.
That's my question mark right here.
Interception ends it. Fumble recovery ends it.
Under
Here we
center. Handoff up the middle. Got to be
Nowhere
wrapped
to
up
go.
and brought down. A big tackle there by number 67 for Dover. Toby DeRoche, the sophomore, looking big there. Doing a good job, and now, well, basically it's like deja vu
Yeah.
in some ways. See if, hey, you can see a little bit of a limp right there on Connor McFarland. He wants to win this game for sure.
He's got that winning mentality. He's got to get the ball 11 yards in 3 plays to do so. Here we go, 2nd and 11.
And the play. Oh, he barely misses getting sacked. Kenny, he's going to throw it. Oh, no, it's
is that a
incomplete. Incomplete.
Oh, no.
Oof, that was so close to being intercepted. He just could
Ooh,
not
man.
corral it when he hit the ground. And now a 3rd and 11. Oof.
My initial reaction was that was picked. Because it looks like Brett Davis had picked that off. Either Brett Davis or Jackson Carroll. But I guess it was incomplete.
And now it'll be
Now
a
2
3rd
more
and
tries.
11. Well done by McFarland to escape that
Yeah.
sack. And I mean, it was an incomplete pass, but at least you didn't
Wonder
lose
if he
those
should have
extra
just
yards.
taken those yards that he had by scrambling.
He
But
certainly looked like he could have, but it's easier to say now what could have been done differently.
don't want to take that chance of getting hit.
Exactly. We already saw him on the trainer's bench earlier. And now, here we go. A 3rd and 11. Rolling out, rolling out.
got room.
Looking. Oh, not
Oh.
able to make the catch.
I was in target for Vilgrain, and this is it.
Comes down to this 4th down play. A little outstretched arm. He just was not able to reel it in. And now the pressure on Connor McFarland and the rest of the Crusaders to get 11 yards and get into this end zone.
It all comes down to this.
Do you start the season 1-1? Do you start the season 0-2?
It's been a great game either way.
Time not a factor here in this play. And offensive lineman getting to their, gonna go over the shotgun is McFarland.
Smart.
Gets the ball. Good blocking. Throw up in the air. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
And the Green Wave will get the victory here. A 27-21 victory in overtime. And the Green Wave are going wild there in the end zone.
Either way, what a game played from both sides. Incredible game. Certainly one of the best high school ones I've ever watched. But in the end, Dover ends up winning 27-21 in overtime.
Wow, a weird way for overtime rules in high school football. I mean, these kids do have to get some sleep after a long day in the classroom. And we'll, boy, Andrew, it's a tough loss right there for
Yeah.
the Crusaders. It's not the way that we were hoping this would end after being able to come back, being down.
No doubt, but they show, you know what they showed? They showed that they have a lot of heart, and they wanted to win this game so bad. They never counted themselves out. They never quit on themselves. They never quit on their teammates. They stayed in this game all night long, just tough, tough loss, but either way, Crusaders should be proud of how they played tonight against a real good Dover team because they just put the state on notice.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, as Dover next week will head to Spalding for a 6:30 start, while Memorial will be traveling to Portsmouth Oyster River for a 7 o'clock start. With us at Manchester Public Television, we'll be heading to the west side again and seeing the squad versus the West Blue Knights versus the Sanborn. I don't even know Sanborn's mascot at this point. I guess we'll look into that for next week. But
Sauhegan's is the Sabres. That's what
Sauhegan
West is
Sanborn's a
tonight.
Sanborn. I'm not sure on, but either way, congratulations to the Dover Green Wave on your victory. Andrew, player of the game in your book.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Dover, this is a really tough one, but, quarterback gets the job done. I got to give it to Ryder Aubin of Dover. He played real well tonight, and I've got to give it to him because the quarterback is the anchor of this team. He had a rushing touchdown, a lot of great passes, a lot of great fakes, option plays. He had himself a great game tonight. So my player of the game tonight goes to the junior Dover quarterback, Ryder Aubin.
And for Memorial, I'm going to give it to Chase Burris. I thought he had a great game. That big, long run was huge and a great momentum booster for the Crusaders. But for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, this has been a pleasure to be with you for Manchester Public Television. Andrew, any last words that you want to say tonight?
Just a great, great game all around. I'm happy I had the pleasure of calling it here for you guys on Manchester Public Television.
Well, again, we'll be back next week for more football action on Friday night. And for Kyle Heavey, it's been a pleasure to be with you, and we'll look forward to doing it again next time on Friday Night Football here on Manchester Public Television. Take care and be safe.